Well, hello, everybody. What's going on, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. We are once again live, just talking all things First Descendant. You're looking at pre-recorded gameplay footage. You'll see stuff from the final technical test, which you're looking at right now. And that's it, my friends. The hype is real. This is getting kind of insane. You know, the game continues to give us more and more information, and today we're just going to talk about the stuff we know. I'll try to answer, your questions to the best of my ability. And welcome to the channel, everybody. Mike, I see you. What's going on? Kurt, good to see you. Ray Horn, what's going on, buddy? Ray, were you the one talking about, no, was it you? Cactus Cooler? Is that you, Ray? If it is, I got a story for you, but we'll rap out about it later. I see you got to go. But, yeah, we'll chat at one point. Dirt Monkey 666, what's going on? Young Drilla, welcome to the channel. Major Pickle, I see you, my friend. Everyone, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's Friday here. It's about 2 p.m. Pacific. Pretty damn warm. 89 degrees, but much nicer than it was like the last week. It's been insane. So we'll wait for people to roll in really quick. I'm going to tweet out the fact that I'm live. So watch some gameplay for a second. Keep rolling in if you're just joining. Do me a favor, hit that like button really quick, and I'll be back in less than 1 minute.
That was the final generator. Ha! I bet they weren't expecting us to use the fuses like that.
All right, it's been a minute, but I'm not done posting this stuff, so I like to keep my word here. So I'll chat with you as I'm doing this really quick. I'll get to your questions in a second. Where's the picture where's my thumbnail that I made? Why isn't it showing up on my phone? I know it's there. It's all jacked up. Like, for reals, why can I not find the picture I'm looking for? What's going on here, friends? It's not showing up in my imagery. Let's try one more time. I got 3 of them right there. Why won't it show up where I need it to? Alright, I'll try one more time. Yeah, nope, no. Oh, I know why. I'm such an ass. My bad, people, my bad. Okay, let's click this really quick. Copy and paste. How's everyone doing today? Do me a favor, let me know in chat, where are you watching from at this moment? We are 3 minutes into this thing. 26 likes. 26 likes. Thank y'all. You're amazing. Okay, posted on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I know it's X, but it's just not the same. So, anyway, hang on. We're going to finish this up. Get ready to go. Wham. Only 4 days until launch. Beautiful. Beautimus Maximus. Kurt coming in. Welcome to the brigade, my friend. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. All of you who've recently joined, it's incredible support. I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you once again so much. It's been insane. And someone asked me, how do I turn on gifting for members? I have no idea. I hate to say it, but I don't. I wish I knew how to do it, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you're trying to gift a membership, let me know in chat, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, moving on. Let's get back there really quick. Continue to say hello to everyone. We've got, what's going on? Goof Proof. Good to see you, Big J. How are you, my friend? Please explain this game. As a Division 2 player, how should consider this game? Okay, Big J, I'll get to that question in 1 second. Major Pickles in Australia. Kevin, you're in Wales. Disturbed. Nice name. Pennsylvania. Cleveland. Oregon. Pennsylvania. Another Pennsylvania. UK gamer, there you go, boss. Appreciate you stopping by. Minnesota, I don't know. As a 49er fan, I'm gonna let you say, squad. I'm gonna let you say, stay, squad. Thank you so much, Kyle. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the family. Keith, what's going on, kid? Yes, I am going to put together a that farming video. I remember your message. We'll be talking about that stuff. This is division stuff, but anyway, we'll bounce between. We're going to be focusing, you know, primarily on the first Descendant. But one thing I said in a previous live stream, I'm going to do my best to get to your questions. If I miss them, I apologize, but anyone who does a super chat question, I will answer that, but I want to make something clear, and you're going to hear me say this a lot. That's the only way I know I can see your question, but do not feel obligated whatsoever to do a super chat. You know what I mean? I'll answer every question to the best of my ability as long as I see it. Okay. Here we go. Let's get to it really quick. So, Big J is asking, as a Division 2 player, how should you consider this game? Or should you consider this game? And the answer is yes, because it is a third-person looter shooter. I can't stress this enough, though. Completely and totally different game. Different mechanics, different feel, different gameplay, different everything. So, I said this in a video earlier today when I was comparing these games. It's like comparing axe throwing and archery, right? The goal is to hit the target. You're aiming for something, but how you hit that target and what you need to do to hit that target are totally different. So while it is a third-person looter shooter, it's nothing like The Division at all. And so that's one thing, I love games like this. Like for me, and I'm bringing up the taboo word, Anthem. I loved Anthem until I got into the gameplay, like 8 hours in. I'm like, this is terrible. There's no bones behind it. They just didn't have anything ready. They had no end game. They had nothing planned. That's why I stopped playing that game, and that's why a lot of other people did as well. Because it was kind of an empty shell, you know what I mean? So for me, if they make, the end game a priority, which it really seems like they're going to do, and we're going to talk about all that in this video, in this live stream, it could be something really good. But again, for me, it's going to be once I hit that 30, 40 hour mark, then I'm going to know if I'm going to really be committing to this game. But the hype is real, and the fact that it's free to play, cross-platform, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, and PC, cross-progression, cross-save, whatever you want to call it as well. It's good stuff. So the long-winded answer, Jay, is just, I say give it a shot and tell me what you think, Free to play, no financial obligation or commitment whatsoever. That is a good thing. Oh, membership is just a way to support the... So at the very top of the stream, you'll see something that is highlighted or pinned by me. It's just a way to support the channel if you want to, but you don't need to. I do run different things with members sometimes when I can. I'm going to have much more free time soon to do that when I do these live streams. But there's no obligation. Again, it's a way for people to help support the channel, but your showing up is... It sounds cheesy, I know. All the support I need. 100%. So, just putting that out there. All right. Yeah, Crack Rats, what's up, kid? All of us Division 2 players are moving here to this game. Yeah, a lot of people are going to check it out, and I think it's... Oh, first of all, can you do me a favor? Shoot me a thumbs up. I'm pretty sure it's good. Make sure my audio compared to the gameplay footage is legit. Can you shoot me a thumbs up if it sounds okay? So going back to what Rats was saying, yeah, you're going to see a lot of people jump into this game, kind of dip their toe in the water, But again, to be clear, it's totally different. It's, yeah, it's a third-person looter shooter, but, this is some space-age, crazy, next world kind of you know what I mean? So it's going to be different. And one thing that makes, and again, you're going to hear me compare a few different things because I know a lot of people who played The Division are going to be here. The Division is a one-of-a-kind game. Third-person looter shooter, amazing story, amazing mechanics. The environment, the immersion of that game is incredible. So you can't compare these two games. One is not going to kill the other, or vice versa. It doesn't work that way. All these games come out, Destiny killer. No, it's not. It's never going to happen. It's Destiny. Like, what the are you talking about, right? This is for me at least, and again, I talked about this in the Division video I posted this morning, this is just another game that I hopefully will get into the same way I did the Division, if that makes sense. Okay, let's try to get back to questions. Matt says, I'm wondering if able to buy Battle Pass like kind of free through in-game credit like Fortnite, or buying Battle Pass outright. I don't know, I'm speculating now. Here's the thing, there's no Founders Pack whatsoever. They made that very clear. There are going to be no Founders Pack. I'm guessing that the Battle Pass will be purchase only. Now, most of the things from what they said that are included in the Battle Pass are going to be obtainable through playing the game as well, I believe. Again, I don't trust anything until a game is out, so we will see what happens upon launch. But I believe any Battle Pass type of a thing is going to need to be purchased. If that helps answer your question. You know, they talked about the fact that one question I know a lot of you had, and I'll get back to your questions real quick. Is there going to be a paid DLC for this game? The answer is no. They confirmed that yesterday, no paid DLC. They want to be a straight up free-to-play game. Another question a lot of people had is, are they going to have clans? The answer is yes. They've been hearing all the community feedback with people saying, I want to be able to have a clan or join a clan or be a part of one. Obviously, that should entail, you know, different bonuses you can get on a weekly, monthly basis, however it works, like for your clan. So they are going to introduce that into the game, not anytime soon. They said it should be with us within the next year. But again, you know, as long as they keep listening to the community, that's why I'm having high hopes, you know? Last time the hype, Flash, what's going on, Flash? Good to see you. Last time I let the hype train trick me about Helldivers. Luckily, you don't have to buy First Descendant. So with Helldivers, that's a great example. And again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Helldivers is an incredible game. It's so much fun. There's no story arc. You jump in, you become a Helldiver. It's amazing, and you're thrown right into the middle of it, and it's just it's an incredible game. It is so enjoyable. The difference is, for a lot of people that are in the realm of the Division or looter shooters, is that there is no looter shooter element, meaning you're leveling up. And the reason this game is doing so well, and I'm referring to Helldivers too, is because the way they interact with the community, the way the game does, you know, people are supporting the game by buying these different packs because they want to continue to play the game and buy the packs, and you're leveling up and you're increasing your weapons and all of that stuff. Totally different mechanic, and we all know as fans of third-person looter shooters, these are really hard to come by. I mean, how many looter shooters have we seen? You can talk about the Division, you can talk about Destiny, but how many looter shooters have we seen come and go in the last 5 years that were just, it's going to be incredible, it's going to be great, gone? We know about Anthem. We're not going to delve into that. We're not going down that rabbit hole. Outriders was one that we had hopes for, you know, but that was not a live service game. They did not really have Endgame in mind when they created that, because again, it wasn't supposed to be live service and people were treating it like a live service game. By the time they made some certain changes, it was too little too late. What I really enjoy about this game so far, and again, it's Nexon, and we're going to cover that in the in this live stream as well. But one thing I really like, first of all, free to play, that's what matters. They once again confirmed that there's going to be no content behind a paywall. No content whatsoever behind a paywall. That's a huge check off my list, right? Look, if you want to spend X amount of money to speed up crafting, you want to buy some badass weapon skin or whatever, go for it. Go ham. You don't want to grind for 4 hours to get the components you need to craft a weapon? Buy the components. I don't care. Me, I love the grind. That's the whole point of this game, to me at least. But I know there are going to be times where it's like, man, do I want to spend an hour doing this, or do I want to spend $1.99 and get it done and start using this badass weapon right now? I may lean towards $1.99, but as long as I get what I'm paying for, I don't care. what we, in my opinion, need to keep in mind is that with the fact that it's free to play, and this is something I've talked about a lot, we have time to check out the game. I'm not planning on making any financial investment in this thing whatsoever until I've played for at least 40, 50 hours. Because if I get to that point and I'm still enjoying it, then I'm going to continue. I know I'm going to continue to play the game. Does that make sense? So, anyway, let me try to keep up with chat really quick. I see all your thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I answered Matt's question. I'm doing my best here, people. Scott, what's going on? I see you. I said hello to Kyle, Flash, Silent Knight. What is going on? King's Creation. What is going on, my friend? Fellow creator for the Division 2 and for the First Descendant as well. Good to see you, my friend. Sorry it took me a minute to see you in chat. Welcome, welcome. 33 watching, 54 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. It sincerely means a lot. If you haven't done so as yet, hit that like button really quick. It does help the channel out. You can feel free to subscribe or join as well. But whatever you do, you're here, and that's what means a lot to me. Really, really does. Okay, so here we go. Let's get back to questions. Eric is saying, I think they've done a very good job listening to the community. Yes, they have, right? This is all before launch, though. And you've heard me say, look, you hear me say cautiously optimistic in pretty much every damn video I put out for this game. The fact is, I'm hyped as shit, but I don't want to be let down again. And we've had that happen. So for me, I'm totally hyped. I'll be jumping into this game head first on Tuesday when it launches. Or, yeah, Tuesday morning, midnight my time. So anyway, whatever. The point is this. I'm beyond hyped for this game. I need to give it time before I can really say, okay, this is a game I'm jumping into, right? I was hyped for Outriders. I was hyped for other games that have come along. But the looter-shooter realm, it's few and far between where they get it right. And hopefully they do with this game. And you know, one thing you'll hear a lot in this stream, whether it's by me or by people commenting, is the game is listening. Every improvement we have seen between all of the betas is based off of player feedback. That's a huge thing. And I know it sounds like, well, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Well, we've seen it before, where things are introduced and we're like, who want what? What is that about? And one thing we're going to talk about really quick, I'm going to try to get to your questions in a second as well. We will talk about seasons, the Endgame, how they're going to be setting stuff up, because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions. This is something I talked about in yesterday's video, but for those of you that missed it, you're going to be able to finally, you know, we know that there's going to be pre-download, which is awesome. It's going to take place 48 hours before the game goes live. So depending on where you are in the world, 48 hours before this game goes live, you're going to be able to pre-download it. So for me, it's Sunday morning at, midnight, whatever, Saturday night, first thing Sunday morning, I'll be able to pre-download this thing. So in the description of this, I will leave a link to all of the stuff I'm covering once I'm done live streaming. So there's a lot to look forward to. You know, we're going to have clans coming in at one point, no paid DLC, no content locked behind a paywall. And as I was getting into a moment ago, this is all based on stuff we've asked for, and it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. That's just what I think. So, just one person's opinion. All right, let's get to it really quick. I don't even know where we are. Hey squad, I talked about you being a Viking fan and Go Niners and all that, right? I hope so. Okay, just want to make sure I touch base as we get into we're rounding the turn into football season, buddy. Go Niners. Okay, here we go. I don't even know where to start. Eric thinks they've done a very good job listening to the community. That is correct. Exalted, what's going on, kid? Good to see you. Anthem, I know, Scott, trust me, I hear it. I hear you. It's kind of crazy. Kyle, I think you're saying I had to scroll a bunch, to try to catch up to questions, but the amount of credits and the cost and stuff like that. I know something was leaked the other day, then subsequently all that information was pulled. I think it was on Reddit. Once this game goes live and I have those breakdowns for you, I'll let you know. And my goal is to be able to tell you, okay, you can spend $2 on this, or it will take you an hour and a half to do this. You know, and it's going to be dependent on how you play the game and things like that. One question I know a lot of people had, and this is something the game touched on the other day in a Q&A, is how long, because every time we get a new season, we are going to also have access to new descendants. And you're going to have to grind to get those descendants. And they say that typically, if you have a maxed out, descendant, let's say you start on day one with Ajax. Ajax is maxed out. New season begins, new descendants are available. They say it's going to take you about a dozen hours or so, ish, to be able to do whatever you need to do to get that new descendant that is being introduced into the game. So there's going to be a grind. There's going to be a lot of different stuff to to unlock and to do. And what's great is you can prioritize who you want to go for depending on your game style. But we'll touch base on that in a minute as well. Already at 71 likes in 21 minutes. Y'all are crazy. 160 viewers. Once again, thank you all so much for showing up. If you're new, feel free to hit the scrub button. All right, I got to keep scrolling down. There's no way I can catch up. Yeah, Kyle. Perfect. In my opinion, Kyle said something in chat. It's not pay to win, it's pay for convenience. I don't care about that. That's great. Go ham. Save your time. Do whatever you want. On days where you can play, yes. Look, this is not my full-time job. So I guarantee you there's going to be something I want in the game. And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't have the time to do this right now. I want to, but I can't. Oh, but look, I can spend $1 here, $1 there and get what I'm looking for. Or whatever it may be. I'm okay with that, but again, in my opinion, until I know I am going to be committed to this game, I'm not going to spend a thing. But that's just me. Okay, let's get back to it really quick. Exalted coming in with a 199. I am scrolling down kind of quick, everybody. I am doing my best to get to your questions. Thank you so much. What's your biggest hope for the game? So for me, it's simply they continue to listen to the players, which it seems like they're doing. And we already know that this is going to be a very heavily monetized game. That's fine. I don't care. That doesn't matter to me, as long as the monetization aspects are optional. If you want to buy the shark hat, or whatever you want to call it, if you want to buy all this stuff, that's great. But I want to be able to, when it comes to certain weapons and weapon types and things like that, as long as they allow an in-game mechanic where you can earn it as well, that's what I'm talking about. So again, and you'll hear me say this a lot, if they follow the path that Warframe set up, we're golden. A lot of people see this is like Warframe and Destiny 2 if they had a super baby. If they can copy these two games, and we know that's going to be minus the paid DLC. And if you hear banging in the background, my kid's doing dishes. He just gets gnarly with putting shit away. He just slams stuff. Hang on. Okay, I think he's done with the crazy part yet. Anyway, where was I going to? What was I talking about? Oh, as long as the monetization and the battle pass and stuff like that, you see the weapon in the battle pass, great. But is it just how the weapon looks? Or is it going to be a weapon that only has certain skills if you pay for it? These are the kind of things I want to see once the game goes live. And I promise to always let you know what's going on. So my biggest hope, Exalted, is that they actually continue to listen to the community. And they seem very open to that. And I know it's Nexon. Nexon does not have the best reputation when it comes to certain things. So, if they can actually just, continue to do what the community is asking, I think we can be in a really good place with this game. Because the bottom line is this. If people love a game, and Helldivers 2 is a perfect example of this. If people love a game, if people feel like they're truly being listened to, they're going to spend a ton of money 100% every day, all the time, no matter what. I know I will. I know I do with The Division 2 because I love that game. So what I'm saying is, if people are actually feeling like, holy hell, this is awesome, they are giving us everything we want, that's my goal for this. Okay, here we go. Let's get to it again. J Money Gaming, what's going on? I hope to. J Money Gaming Studio says, I'm super hyped. I hope this does really, really good. So do I, my friend. 100%. Scott, what's going on? Too bad Ubisoft doesn't listen like that. There are times where I wonder that same thing, my friend. But again, that is for another day. What else we got? Clans will be awesome, Silent Night. 100%. It's going to be good. Eric Matthews, we need to make an old man clan when the clans come out. Let's get some. I love it. Squad, okay, good. Just making sure you saw my Niner comment. We're good, we're good, we're square. I know, football season is my favorite. Eagles, Disturbed, wait, you're in Philly, yeah? Is that it? I think you are. Is that why you're doing the Eagles thing? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. All right, what else we got? Let's keep scrolling down. I may have to just jump to the bottom if I missed your questions again. I'm going to do my best to try to answer them. Anyone who does a super chat, I promise to answer your question, but again, that is not required. I'm trying to get to them, but that's the only way I know I will see it. Just a heads up. And we're at 81 likes right now. 26 minutes in. Let's see. We have 184 viewers at the moment. That's insane. If we can get to 100 likes before the 30-minute mark, I'm going to give away a copy of this game, which is kind of a bullshit statement because it's a free-to-play game. So whatever. That'd be kind of cool though if we got to 100 likes. Guess what? I'm giving away something that's already free. You're welcome. All right, let's get back to it. Warframe is truly free. Yeah, I mean, I think one thing I've heard, Deadly Robot made that comment. Warframe, it's like that pay for convenience type of thing, right? That's awesome. That's great. I'll pay for convenience all day long if I want to. Lena, you've heard me say this and you'll hear me say it again. It's not my full-time job. I wish I could do this full-time. So when you have a limited amount of time to play, you want to make sure you can maximize that gameplay. And sometimes if it's pay for convenience and I'm just ready to throw a build together around, a certain ultimate weapon, which we're going to talk about as well today. It's just awesome. But like when it comes to ultimate weapons, maybe we'll make that jump really quick. Let me try to play catch up really quick in chat. I don't even know where to go, where to even start. One person was asking about, okay, here we go. Is this the kind of game you can play and have fun on a daily basis, or is it supposed to be, hang on, where to go? Or is it supposed to be played for a certain time, then stop and wait for next season? I have no experience with this kind of game. That is an awesome question. Let me have a sip of water, and then I will answer that. Okay, so ideally, it's being able to jump in every day. So everyone plays differently, right? For me, I'll have maybe an hour or two. I don't even want to say on a daily basis because of work, because of family, the kids, and all this stuff going on. But let's say ideally I have an hour, or let's say I have 2 hours every other day, right? Just collectively. I have let's say 8 hours a week, 6 hours a week to play games. This is that type of game where you can dip in, complete certain things, bounce out, and continue to do that. And with the new seasons, they are going to continue to add so many different things on a seasonal basis. New Descendants, new dungeons, new battles, new different Descendant stories, things like that. So this is kind of one of those games where you could jump in and rip through it really, really quick. But at the same time, you can also really take your time and you will never run out of stuff to do, which is awesome. And that's what I like. And because this is PvE only, there isn't that, oh man, I've fallen so far behind, everyone's going to kick my ass element to it. Does that make sense? You don't have to worry about playing against other people. You don't have to worry about certain aspects that are prevalent in other games, where with this, you can truly take your time and cruise along, which I like. Daily basis, yeah. So Kyle, daily basis if you like the gameplay. The Descent Brigade. Nice, I like it. So again, that's just kind of my long-winded answer on it. I think if you are into a looter shooter type of game, how you play it, as long as you're enjoying it, I know it's cliche, but you're good. I know people that are day one players of the Division 2, and they're at shade level like 1200 because they play when they can and they love it and they never run out of content. And they'll jump in, they'll do some missions, have some fun, and then take off for a few days and come back. This can be that kind of game as well, which is awesome. All right, so let's get back to it really, really quick. I'm going to have to scroll down really quick because there's no way. Silent Night, what is going on? Welcome to the Gaming Brigade. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for that. Y'all are so kind. That is incredibly generous. Incredibly generous of you. Thank you so much. Dirt Monkey 666. My fear is going to be like Candy Crush. Let's say you get so far, then it's pay to well, okay, so here's the difference with that, which is good. There is no pay to progress. Right? Well, there is. I mean, you can pay to speed certain things up, but Endgame is going to be Endgame. So when it comes to a looter shooter, you are constantly using farming to get materials, to upgrade weapons and gear and this and that, whatever. And I think it's going to be an insane grind. So you should not be able to. Look, if each Descendant takes 12 to... Okay, so seasons last 3 months, all right? We're going to get into this in a moment. I'm still trying to play catch up. Seasons last 3 months. And what will happen is each season will introduce, let's say, 3 new Descendants, okay? Each Descendant, let's lowball it, because we know we're going to find some insane XP farming methods, things like that. But you also have to get the stuff to craft a Descendant. Certain, components, things like that. Which is all in game, by the way. You don't have to buy any of that stuff. So if each Descendant takes 10 hours to fully unlock, and you've got 3 Descendants to unlock on a seasonal basis, it's 30 hours of gameplay every season. And again, seasons are going to be 3 months long, but you're going to have no shortage of stuff to do. So as long as they can continue to make the gameplay fresh and exciting, we're good to go. Silent Night coming in with a $5 donate. Thank you so much. Enjoy your content. Can't wait to grind for the first Descendant. I'm right there with you, buddy. Me too. 100%. All right, let's keep going in. Nigel, what's going on, my friend? You say that if you love a game, you'll pay a ton of money respectfully of the players that are not as fortunate as yourself. Okay, so it's a very good point. When I say a ton of money, it's all relative, right? I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on any damn thing at all. So what I'm referring to is I'm happily going to, let's say, and again, I can use, let's say every season there's a new battle pass and it's $10. I'll do $10 every 3 months. So a ton of money was the wrong phrase on my part because I'm never going to spend a ton of money on anything ever. So that was the wrong term. What I'm saying is I'm going to be more inclined to support the game in ways here and there than I would be if they're just like, hey, you want to get to this mission? Give us $5. Then I'm just like, that. No, I'm not giving you that. No way. And again, the game has said there's going to be no paid DLC, so. But that's a very good point. Thank you. Okay. Romaine coming in with a $36.99. Keep up the good real work. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so very much. Holy hell. Very kind. Thank you. Thank you. That was very, very nice of you. Wow. I don't even know what to say. This support's been amazing. We're at 93 likes. Do me a favor if you're just tuning in. 191 concurrent viewers. That is insane. Y'all know I just started covering this game like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Your support's been amazing. And for those of you that have not seen my videos, one thing I will always do here, give you a fair and balanced assessment of what's going on, regardless of my gameplay. So let's say if I'm loving the game, everything is great. I play an Xbox Series X, it's a perfect running game, everything's perfect, everything's great. But this thing's running like on PC. Then I'm going to let you know what's going on. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything ever for you. So, you know, keep that in mind. Now, the things you're seeing pop up on screen, by the way, are going to be just different announcements the game has made over the last few days. I'm going to summarize all this stuff in a video tomorrow. But again, just your support's been amazing. And I like all of you out there. I'm really excited for this thing. All right, here we go. What do you mean it's not 4 days? Yeah, so understand, for everyone, this is a universal launch time. So, you know, for me, it's going to be midnight on July 2nd, or what is it, 12:01 a.m. on July 2nd. And in New Zealand, that's what? What are y'all, 19 hours ahead? Something like that? So it's the same launch time for everyone. Every person has the same launch time. So some of you, it'll be later in the day. Others, like myself, like I think I have the earliest one, or maybe it's Hawaii. I don't know, whatever. But the point is, 'cause I know Hawaii is behind us, I think 2 hours. Whatever, I'm getting sidetracked. The game goes live, all consoles, everything, all platforms, the exact same time. We'll talk about that in a moment. But again, we're all waiting. We are all waiting. All right, here we go. Let's get really quick. I'm trying to play catch up. Romaine, thank you again so much. Yes, Major Pickle, whoever asked the question, is there PvP? The answer is negative. No PvP whatsoever. Squad is saying, do you think this game will completely take players away from Division 2 or as a side game that they play part-time? Yes. Side game that they play part-time because they are totally different games. I was talking to Kamikaze Von Doom today. We're chatting on the phone. And one thing we were talking about is this game. You know, we're chatting about this, we're talking about the Division and whatnot, and long story short, we were talking about Anthem. And I'm like, God, I love that game. And he's like, what? You did? I couldn't stand it. I'm like, I loved it. I love the audio, I love the sounds, I love the this, I love the feel of the weapons. Some people will enjoy it, some people will not. For me, that you know, deciding factor is straight up that 40 to 50 hour mark. I know if I've hit that point and I'm still enjoying the game, I'm going to continue playing said game, right? I do not know how long this story arc is going to take us for the First Descendant, right? I don't know if it's a 10-hour story arc, a 12-hour story arc, a 20, 30, whatever. I have no ideas yet. What I do know is when I get to the end game, that's when I start my timer, right? So I know if I can hit endgame and I'm 20, 30, 40, 50 hours in and I just can't wait to play more, that's when I know it's a game that I enjoy. The last game I felt that way about was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I was addicted to that game. Then they jacked up the DLC and everyone bailed because it was just half-assed. I'm a huge fan of that franchise. I can't wait for the next Borderlands. But the point is, the end game for players like us, that's what we need to see when it comes to a looter shooter. That's why the Division 2 is so damn good. You know, we all want new stuff, right? And so as long as this game can keep us engaged into that end game, we are golden. And again, those are just my thoughts. Once again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Feel free to hit that sub or join button if you want. And just welcome in. All right, here we go. Let's go. Trying to scroll down really quick. Kurt the Gamer coming in with a 5. Man, thank you so much with a $4.99. Thank you. That is incredibly kind of you. Raven, welcome to the Gaming Brigade. Another new member. What is happening? Y'all are crazy. I appreciate it. This is awesome. I got to start doing more live streams. Oh, and by the way, I will be doing... So I'll be doing a day one live stream. So I planned everything around the launch of this game, meaning I have the house to myself for like a day and a half, which never happens. And on the first, I'm having a new fence put in. Because this fence, whatever, on one of the sides of the house, the fence is all jacked up, having a new fence put in. They pushed it to the second. So I explained to the person, like, look, I'm unavailable. Like, it's not like I can help you put up a fence anyway, you know? But there could be some background noise. I don't care if the house is just getting slammed by people working. Y'all know I'll be live. So, yes, I will be live doing that. Okay, let's see what we go. So again, Raven, welcome to the brigade. Thank you so much. Incredibly kind of you. Where are we now? I don't even know where to start. I may have to just scroll to the bottom, so I do apologize. I want to say hello to people coming in. Boss War Daddy, what's going on? What's up, M? See you as well. Yeah, I wish I could get to all these questions. It's going to be a little bit difficult. So I'm just scrolling down to the bottom. Okay, so here we go. There's voice acting. Yes, there is. So there is a story. There is a story arc to it, and we only had access to a few different things during the different betas and the technical test. Now, for me, throughout the entire length of these betas and the final technical test, I want to say I logged probably about 40, 50 hours. But that was over a span of 2 years, and that was over a span of having a very limited amount of time to play the game. So only time will tell, truly, what is going to happen when this game goes live and we have just full access to everything. Now, a lot of people were asking questions about the season. I want to talk about that really quick, and then I'll get back to your questions in chat. The season, so a few talking points from a Q&A that the game had the other day was that seasons are going to be about 3 months in duration. Now, the game launches on, next Tuesday, July 2nd. And for the first 8 weeks after the game is live, they consider that a preseason, okay? On August 1st, that is when Season 1 is going to begin, okay? So, I'm trying to think the best way to... Okay. The game starts on the 2nd, July 2nd. And the first update is going to be on August 1st. And then that combined with the start of the launch date, whatever. The point is this. The preseason is going to run for about 8 weeks. Season 1 will be updated. Season 1 will begin on the 9th week. And so it's going to be probably at the beginning of, I would say, September, when we see, the first major change with the game. And it's going to be based off our feedback. What they want to do is they want to make sure they're actually taking what we want changed into consideration. And this is all hypothetical at this point. And I'm not referencing the length of the seasons or what the plan is moving forward. I'm talking about, I know what they're saying, and I hope they do it. And I love the fact that there's going to be a preseason for 8 weeks for them to iron out some stuff, right? Take that time, do what you got to do, then start the season after that. Because for me, that's what I want to see happen. That is a very, very good thing, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts as well. What else do we have? I'm just trying to think. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff to cover. I know with seasons, we're going to be getting a bunch of new stuff every season, which is good. Let's get back to chat really quick. Sean is saying, I hope we can do events that give us rare outfits with more ultimate weapons. That will be even better for certain characters. Yes, so when it comes to the ultimate weapons and the characters and stuff like that, certain ultimate weapons are just going to just decimate with certain characters, 100%. And for the record, so any ultimate weapon in the game you can earn by playing the game. You have to obviously farm for things, get certain things, and once this game goes live, I will keep you posted. But there are anything ultimate you can upgrade by just playing the game. Yes, you will have the option of buying certain things to speed that process up, but it is not mandatory. And not only that, this is a really good thing, at least in my opinion. There are definite benefits for using an ultimate weapon, but it's not a huge drastic change. There is a change, right? But it's nothing that's like completely and totally lights out, if that makes sense. So there's definitely a reason. There's a reason you want to do it, and there's a reason you want to get it, and there's a reason why you want to upgrade it. But if you're rolling with someone who has an ultimate version, you have a regular version of the same assault rifle, SMG, shotgun, sniper rifle, whatever, you can still hold your own until you actually get what you're looking for. And that I like. Here we go real quick. What's up, D? I see you. Here we go. Actually, let's jump back up. Lays is saying, and actually that's going to be one of my questions too, which descendant are you going to pick? But before I jump into that, the division is unrivaled as far as looter shooters go for me, 1000%. How do you think this will be compared to the division? Apples and oranges, my friend. Can't compare them. You know, there are people who love the division who will love this game. There are people who love the division that'll be like, this is total shit, right? They're just not going to like it because it's completely and totally different. So the similarity is, yes, it's a third-person looter shooter. That's kind of where the similarities stop. Because in my mind, and I said this at the very beginning of the live stream, you said it best. It's unparalleled. You can't compare the Division franchise to anything. It completely changed the looter shooter, in my opinion. The end game, the story, the immersion, all that stuff, it's incredible. That's why everyone complains, because we all want new stuff. So, in my opinion, the fact that it's a third-person looter shooter is kind of where the line is drawn. Everything past that, totally different. Or that's where not the line is drawn, excuse me. That's where the similarity is. Beep, 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 beep. All right, do me a favor. Let me know in chat. Who are you going to choose day one for your Descendant? I'm choosing Ajax. I'm emotionally committed. That's just it. I want a tanky DPS type of build. Just like it. And then I'll probably bounce to Bunny, probably. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let me know in chat. I will be back in 1 minute.
Guess I'll head back first. Good luck. See you in Albion.
Okay, I am now hydrated. Try to get back to your questions really quick. Beep, beep, bam, 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 beep, 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 beep. D was saying, I just hope the console versions don't launch broken. I understand it was only tested, beta tested on PC. No, it was tested on console. Because I know I played it on, I'm pretty damn sure. Because they did a whole cross-platform test last September. And they made some major improvements. I mean, look, where the game started, where it is now, completely different. It's amazing. Smoother, crisper, all of that stuff. And again, you're going to have people say they just don't like the gameplay, and that's valid. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But I'm pretty damn sure in September, it was, I'm pretty sure I played this on Xbox. Or was it PlayStation? I don't know, I don't remember, whatever. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast, so give me a break. But the point is, so Nexon is really known for PC and mobile games, right? They're newer into the development of console. I expect, look, if they're launching a game this big, it is 5th on Steam's wishlisted games. So many people are going to show up to play. We're going to have there's going to be a lot of delays. And by delays, I mean wait times. It's going to be a lot of wait time. There could be a lot of connection issues, crashing, things like that. I say within the first 24 to 48 hours, they should be able to iron everything out because there's no way to properly stress test a game that is going to be this popular right out of the gate, right? For players on console like myself, and someone asked in chat, what console am I going to, what am I going to be playing on primarily? What platform? For me, it's going to be Xbox Series X. But what's great about this game, and we've talked about this before, is there is cross progression, which means, and I used this example previously as well. You know, I got the kids, and let's say I'm playing Xbox or whatever. That's where I'm using my character. And the kids want to use Xbox. I can jump on the PlayStation and just jump exactly where I was with that same character. Now, I'll post a video on Sunday talking about how to set up crossplay, because you need to make sure you set it up properly. So we'll go over that. But one thing I'm hoping for is that console is as smooth as we can expect, if that makes sense, right? I'm ready for, you know, queue issues, queue wait times. I'm ready for crashing. I'm ready for issues. I'm ready for bugs. Hopefully, as they roll in, they'll be able to handle them, you know, pretty quickly. So We will see, my friend. We will see, D. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going. I'm seeing Blair and Bunny as your main. Glay and then Ajax. Cross-platform compatible, 1000%, my friend. I think I just obviously went on this whole rant, so hopefully that answered the question. Really quick, if you're just joining, 240 viewers. Thank you all so much. That's insane. Feel free to hit that like button really fast. 123 likes. Can we crack 200 likes within the next 15 minutes? We're only 50 hours into this live stream. 50 hours. Sweet baby lord. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. 50 minutes. I'll probably go for at least another hour, hour and a half. So yeah, do me a favor, hit that like button really quick. Let's get back to the questions. All right, here we go. Where were we? Someone was asking about, okay, so I see Eugen, I see Blair, Frenya. Someone was asking about the one Descendant with the headphones. I do not think they are going to be in Season 1. I think Season 1 is going to be... Give me a second. Let me look really quick. I think Season 1 is going to be Asimo, Enzo, and Eugen, I believe. Because we know we have Lepic, Ajax, Viessa, Jaber, Sharon, Valby, Frenya, Bunny, Blair, Glay, Kyle, and then for Ultimate versions, there's going to be Ultimate Lepic, Ultimate Viessa, Ultimate Ajax, Ultimate Bunny, Ultimate Glay. And the other thing is each time there's a new season, not only do we get new Descendants, but they also release Ultimate versions of Descendants we already have. So this is going to continue, which is pretty sick. And you know, it's going to boil down to that gameplay. It's going to boil down to, are we getting, you know, replayable stuff? And from what, look, we've only had access to such a small amount of gameplay. It's kind of hard to really read it as yet. But I'm pretty excited about what I've seen so far. And I've enjoyed it. But as you've heard me say 1,000 times, and you'll hear me say 1,000 times again, talk to me when I'm at that 40 to 50 hour endgame mark. Then I'll be able to tell you what's up. Jason saying Bunny was OP in the beta. Dude, Bunny's going to be lights out. 100%. Bunny's going to be a meta. So is Sharon, by the way. Yeah, and what I really like about this is regardless of how you may want to play this game, you're going to be able to design a character around it. 4-player co-op, you're going to need a healer, right? So you're going to be able to make a build around that. I mean, I was looking at this footage from, gosh, who's the new one? Enzo. That Enzo, you can put together some of the sickest support builds with Enzo. Making sure your team has ammo, making sure your team has 1,000 different things. It's really, really sick. And again, I'll post a video tomorrow going over a few other details. Trying to summarize everything. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking really good. We see people saying Valby. Yeah, Valby's going to be popular. Boss Ward, yep. Main's going to be Ajax. Kyle, like tank, DBS hybrid. Yeah, that's another one too. Asimo looks dope as like big time. That's one of the new ones we didn't have access to as yet. Okay, I'm trying to scroll down to the bottom. And again, if I miss your chat, I apologize. If you do super chat, I will answer it. But again, do not feel obligated to do that. I feel the need to say that every time. I want to make sure y'all don't think I'm like, yeah, pay me. Never. Ever, ever, ever. Okay. So Ultimate are going to be like primes in Warframe. I believe so. I believe it is. Now, I can't... If someone can answer that definitively in chat, let me know. But I don't play Warframe. Here's the thing. So for me, when you commit to the game, a certain game, it takes a while, right? I didn't learn about Warframe until like 2 years ago. And I was so already heavily invested in the division. I just started my channel. I just didn't have time to really jump into it. And when I did jump into it, the first thing I thought was, how have I not played this game before? It's absolutely incredible. That's why I'm excited about the first Descendant, jumping in on the ground floor. The thing I didn't like was that I felt so overwhelmed by trying to start Warframe like on year, 5 or 6? that I'm like, well, I don't have enough time to play both of these games. Stuck with the Division, if that makes sense. You know, because I just couldn't. I didn't know where to go, where to start, what to do, things like that. So I'm like, man, I'm just gonna not play it. But the gameplay itself in Warframe, absolutely loved it. But I think that is a good comparison. Someone was also asking, ultimate weapons, are they the equivalent to exotics in the Division 2? And I believe the answer is yes. So the ultimate versions of weapons are going to have certain talents, or certain mods, I should say, on them, that are going to put it above everything else. And we'll do, once the game is live, we'll do a weapon deep dive, because there are 4 different categories. There's regular, there's ultimate, there's just so much different weapon types out there. Over 600 mods upon launch, and I believe that you can mod a weapon you want multiple times in all different categories. So we know with the Division 2 that if you get, let's say, a certain weapons, you have a certain weapon, it's got a main attribute and 2 minor. Okay, so you've got your weapon, you got your weapon damage, armor, or skill tier. Then you got your minor attributes, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, armor and kill, whatever it is. And you have to choose which one you want to recalibrate if you're trying to put a build together, which means you need different versions of said weapon or piece of gear or whatever. I believe when you find the right weapon you want in the First Descendant, you can tweak every single thing on there and really make it exactly what you're looking for. So realistically, once you get to Endgame, that's where your farming is going to start. Once you get that ultimate, not the ultimate, once you get to max level, that's when you start farming. That's when you try to get the gear that you're looking for Endgame, you know? And so if we have all of those choices, really good thing. That's a really, really good thing. So we'll see what happens again at launch. All right, here we go. What do we have? Yes, Eric B. Ultimate Descendants are like primes from Warframe. Thank you for confirming that. Major Pickle, gotta head to work. Catch the rest of the stream later. Cheers to you as well, my friend. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you all so much. All right, here we go. Looking back at characters now. Crack Rats is saying, yeah, with ultimate weapons, they just have a small boost over the regular and look different cosmetic-wise. So, yeah, so there's going to be that incentive. Because, look, we all know that extra 5%, I'm making something up, right, as far as an attribute goes. But we all know that extra 5% weapon damage is... I'm just trying to think. For some of us out there, that extra weapon damage is going to be a make or break for a build. For other people, it's like, dude, I'm cool with this, and I'm going to focus on something else. So I do like that fact, that it's not like you have to have this weapon in order to have a meta. Of course there are going to be metas in this game. I'm not saying there aren't. But I like the fact that for a casual player, if you're rolling with something that's not ultimate or you haven't been able to pick it up as yet, you're still doing damage. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hopefully it does. Okay. This game is not seasonal characters. So the way it works is there are going to be seasons, and every season that begins, you are, there's just new stuff introduced into the game. There are new descendants added. There are new things to build. There are new things to create. There are new weapons. There's new gear, new stuff to grind for, new descendants to unlock, new ultimate versions of previous descendants that have been in the game that become available as well. So that's all that changes with the season, is we just get more and more stuff. But there is not like, oh, new season, everyone's gone, boom, we're starting again. So imagine, again, Division 2 before they do Seasons 2.0, and I don't want to talk about that in the video today, or this live stream at all, but with, it's like your typical season. You know, it's not a seasonal character. It's a season in the sense of when you have a live service game, Endgame is everything. It is everything. So if they can't get the endgame right, the game is dead in the water. So what seasons will do is give you that replayability that you're looking for with different descendants, with different, you know, challenges, with different things like that. And how these are going to work, we'll see. You know, we hopefully will run into things that different types of game modes Because if it's, you know, if it's, let's say it's every season it's the same types of modes, where it's like, you know, a horde mode, that's gonna get old really quick. But if they introduce a horde mode with this, or they do this, or they do this, and you know, it's funny because they talk about the fact that with these world bosses, it's not going to simply be bigger bosses with more XP. It's going to be bosses that actually take some sort of a synergy in a team to defeat. You're going to need one person healing. You're going to need one person putting out DPS. You're going to need one person using a skill to take down an armor, whatever it is. And that's the kind of stuff I look forward to. So yeah. Let's get back to it really quick. I don't even know where we are. Once again, thank you all for showing up. This is insane. 268 viewers, 152 likes. If you're just joining, hit that like button really quick. It does help out. Okay, here we go. I got to scroll to the bottom, y'all. I cannot catch up. And again, if you want me to answer your question, if you do a super chat, I will answer it. But again, that's not, you know, required in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that because I know I'm missing questions, but I can't keep up. Y'all are too awesome. Okay, station play. I'm seeing, well, I see you're answering a question, but I don't know what the question was. Okay, we're going to scroll up a little bit. Vito Bambino. In your opinion, you think Warframe is not very new player friendly? Tried multiple times to get into the game, but it's so overwhelming. Yeah, and it's an incredible game. Like, I love the mechanics. It is overwhelming. And I know there are ways to get into it, but you got to commit. You know what I mean? Like, you really have to commit. So if you're not going to commit to a game that's been out for so long, that's where it can get you. You know what I mean? That's where it could get to that overwhelming part. That's what happened with me in Warframe. I jumped in, I played for a while, and then kind of like it opened up a little bit, and I was like, what the hell do I do now? I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the Division. I was just so overwhelmed, right? So anyway. Okay, what do we got? Yep, we said no seasonal characters. That is a very good thing. Cloud9 Demon, hopefully just buying the Battle Pass every season will be enough. That's what I hope so as well. That's what my plan is moving forward, is just like I do with the Division 2, seasonal reward track. Yeah, I buy that. Not the seasonal reward track, whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying. You know, I buy that every season because I want to get the extra rewards. I like it. As long as they can keep the gameplay fresh, we're golden. Like, we're really, really good. The introduction of new types of descendants, different ways to, you know, put builds together, things like that. The fact that certain descendants really shine with certain weapons and gear, I like that a lot. Really, really do. 21 ultimate weapons are going to be in the game upon launch. And they're going to continue to bring us more and more, which is sick. And it doesn't necessarily mean that ultimate weapons will be the best one. You know, if we can, you know, we compare it to, let's say, with the Division, named weapons. Some named weapons just blow the doors off some of the exotics we have, right? They're just sick. And even just regular ones, same thing. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a must-have, but it's going to be something to grind for, which is good. One question I see, I'm just going to call you Mike. Shoulder swap. I do not know. I have no idea whatsoever if you can shoulder swap in this game. I do not remember from my gameplay. Again, what you're looking at is pre-recorded technical test footage. And in a moment, we're going to jump to some footage from IGN that they put out with a Max Bunny. And this is from the full build. They were able to capture some footage from Summer Game Fest. I posted this at the channel the other day, but I figured I'd add it to this live stream right now. Hopefully not get in trouble. Whatever. What are you going to do? But anyway, I do not know. I do not know if you can shoulder swap, but hey, as soon as I do, I'll hit you up. You know, I'll hit you up. You know what I'm saying? I'll post about it. Okay, here we go. Kurt, thank you again for answering all these questions. Kurt the Gamer. You know what, Kurt? I'm promoting you, man. I'm making you a, well, we'll chat. I'll hit you. I'm going to message you later, Kurt. But if you would accept the offer, if you'd like to be a channel moderator, buddy, I would take that help in 2 seconds because I trust you. I trust you, my friend. So anyway, I'll message you later. So yeah, hit you up on Twitter, my friend, or X. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep moving on. I see a lot of people saying thank you, Kurt, for the answer. So yeah, Kurt is just, yeah, go Kurt. I know we're on different time zones, but whatever, we can work it out. Okay, here we go. Gaming Brigade, if you could name one thing that you think is missing or would heavily benefit the game, what would it be? Something we haven't heard about yet. That is a great question, Thomas. Okay. Well, one thing I know I wanted to see were clans, and the game has said they are going to add clans to the game at one point within the next year, so that's a really good thing. I guess it really, I don't know. That's it. Let me think for a second. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to have a drink of water and ponder that question for a moment. Okay, I'm back. I thought of something and I didn't want to forget as I'm choking to death on my flavored water. Oh, God. All right, I'm okay. All right. I want to see a healthy, player-driven marketplace where people can just trade their stuff and just a healthy in-game economy that players can control. That's what I want to see. Now, that can have such a big impact on a game where if you're a player who doesn't have time, let's say to farm for a certain weapon, get a certain component, and I'm talking about in-game currency. I'm not talking about actually paying money, like real-world money for stuff. I'm saying, let's say I have 3,000 gold and I've been trying to get a certain weapon to drop and I can't get it, and I look on the player marketplace and Kurt's got like, he's like, hey, I got the shotgun. He's like, 2 G's in gold, it's yours. I'm thinking, yeah, I want that thing and I'm gonna buy it. Player driven, right? A player based marketplace where we can buy and trade and sell and all that stuff. Only in-game currency. No real world money allowed. None of it. That's what I want to see. Oh yeah. All right, let's see what we got really quick. Do we get to pick a character to start? Kaz is asking, do we get to pick a character to start from a handful, or do we have to start with the same character? No, you can pick. I don't know who. Okay, so if we're going off the betas, when you first start, you're going to have. I don't know if you're just going to have the option of the 3 descendants we initially saw, which was Lepic. Who were the first 3 when we first jumped into the game? It was Lepic, Ajax, and Viessa, I believe. That may be the case when the game begins, so you have access to those 3. As you progress in the story, I know one of the first descendants you can unlock is Bunny, and as you continue to do stuff, those other descendants are going to be available as well. But I believe those become unlocked as you go through your story progression. And again, I think it's a pretty good guess, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. You'll have access to those 3, and then as you continue, you'll be able to unlock more and more. And so once you get to a descendant that you want to like main character, that's where you're going to start the grind for that descendant. Because I know a lot of people, for instance, jump into the game, they focused on the story aspects to get the components they needed to craft Bunny. They crafted Bunny, and then they spent, X amount of time just maxing Bunny out, and then they went from there with their gameplay. So you're going to be able to choose who you want to jump into right away with, which is really good. Matt saying you're on Xbox? None of your friends are playing this? Oh no. Well, anyway, whatever. It's cross-platform. You can play with anyone. PC, PlayStation, all that stuff. You're golden. A lot of people were not concerned. A lot of people are wondering, what is this going to perform like on the older generation consoles? PS4, Xbox One. I don't know how choppy it's going to be. I don't know how great it's going to be honest with you. It could be decent. It could be good. We'll see what happens. you know, but I like that it is going to be on those consoles as well. And again, I think for console, that's where we're going to see a lot of hiccups initially because, as I said earlier, the game isn't really known for their development of console gaming. It's PC, it's mobile, stuff like that. So again, we're only days away from seeing this, you know, finding that answer out. Okay. Here we go. 7 mod. Did they give you the game early? No, yeah. I saw someone answering that. No, this is, you can see at the very top of the screen, and this is for anyone just tuning in. This is technical test footage I recorded, I don't know, whenever the technical test was. Was that a month ago? Whatever it is. You'll also see in a moment some footage that IGN released the other day. That's going to be in here as well, but I do not have access to the game as yet. To the best of my knowledge, no one does. I don't know. Not that I'd be on that list of people that would get it. But yeah, so no, I do not have access to it. Like all y'all out there, I swear to God, time is moving backwards. You know? It's just so slow. Like it needs to be the second now, right? Is it me? Give me a show of hands, a thumbs up, if you think that time is actually moving backwards between now and launch because you just can't wait to play this game. That's what I think. There is no real Warframe market. I thought there was some decent Warframe market. I thought there was. No? Oh, it's done off game? Okay, thank you, Dean. But yeah, I don't care if it's done off game either, as long as there's some sort of like a healthy economy for players. I think that's a great thing. I don't know if the game has talked about that as yet, First Descendant, but if they haven't, I think it's something that could be really, really good. Because how does it work with Diablo? Can someone let me know in chat? Because isn't that in-game? Diablo is in-game, I believe. I don't know. Let me know. YOLO Vibes is asking, Sarge, what is the first ultimate weapon, legendary weapon you are going for? Okay, that's a really good question. Oh, what is that? Oh, man. Give me a second. There's an assault rifle, and I think it's Hope's something. I can't think of the name of it. And again, this is all pre-recorded. I can't, you know, zoom in and click on stuff. I saw one assault rifle that looks just dope. So, and trust me, once this thing goes live, I'll be doing a breakdown of all the ultimate weapons, going over all those things. I was going to actually do an ultimate weapon breakdown the other day, but unless you can show the weapons in a certain light and describe it a certain way, it would have just been from taking footage that I've kind of, you know, grabbed here and there from, you know, information the game has put out. And I like to create my own, like, flow of how I'm talking about stuff, if that makes sense. So I wish I had the answer of the exact name of the weapon, but I know it's an assault rifle and it looks just badass. So I got that. All right, let's try to catch up again really quick. And once again, if you're just tuning in, do me a favor, hit that like or sub or join button if you like. Do appreciate it. I'm doing my best to get to your questions. Anyone who does super chat, I promise to answer your question, but again, that is not required. You're going to hear me say that every time. All right, here we go. Let's get to what's up. So, here's the thing, Butts. I'm just going to call you Tater from now on. It's just easier. Because every time I see the name, I want to go, what's up, Butts? But I think just Tater. So you're going by Tater, all right? What's up, Tater? Good to see you. You wish you would pre-release this? There is no founder pack. So I'm not sure. The game said the other day, like, there's no founder pack whatsoever. So I'm not sure what you're referencing. I don't know if you're talking about the battle pass. But yeah, there's no founders pack. Curvy Bobby, you do not know who to main first, Ultimate Bunny or Ultimate Ajax? For me, I'm going Ajax. I'm just going, because here's the thing. We know everyone's going to be running Ultimate Bunny. Lights out, 1,000%. The other thing I want to see take place is we know during the preseason, which is the first 8 weeks the game is out, they are going to be making adjustments because we're going to run into some insane metas that are going on as things are leveling up, and there's going to be balancing, right? So what I don't want to do is invest. Look, no matter what, you have invested into a time and you've invested time and energy into a character you're going to continue to play with. But I don't want to see certain things nerfed into the ground or certain things shift just drastically where it's like, well, you know, I spent all this time doing this. You know, the favorite parts about my character were taken away. I feel that if we're going to run into an issue with certain characters, it's going to be the DPS damage ones. So for me, it's like, okay, Ajax seems like a safe bet, right? Tanky support kind of a thing. Not so much support as a tank, just an all balanced character. So that's kind of why I'm taking that route. All right. 288 viewers. Y'all are crazy. 175 likes. Can we get to 200 likes by the 1 hour and 30 minute mark? We are, wow, we're only 1 hour and 15 minutes in, 288 viewers. I don't think y'all, I got to tell you, look, this is like my 24th or 25th live stream ever at the channel, right? Had the channel for about 4 years. I don't get to do these as often as I'd like. This is without a doubt the most amount of viewers I've ever had. And I haven't done too many live streams again, but the support you've shown me for this game is insane. And one thing I can always promise you is I will continue to give you that, you know, both sides of the coin. Let you know exactly what's going on. Good and the bad. Toxic free people hanging out, talking about a game. We'll be doing, obviously, live streams. I'll be bringing you farming videos, build videos, all that stuff. There's a lot to look forward to. And I am hyped about this game. I mean, like all of you out there, as we get closer, you know, if you've seen any of my videos recently, you've heard me say 1,000 times, cautiously optimistic. That's bullshit. I am hyped up beyond belief. But I want to see what happens upon launch. Someone made this comment in one of the videos where they're like, well, you always say cautiously optimistic because you're ready to, you know, completely just bash the game if it doesn't go well. No, I don't roll like that. If it's something I don't like, I'll tell you I don't like it, and then I'll stop playing it. It's that simple. With all the stuff they're introducing, with all the different ways you can play the game, with all of the different mechanics you can add, that's what we're talking about. That's what I want to see. I want to see this game succeed. You know, I sincerely do, but as a consumer, it's been tough to find a game like this, but the best part is free to play, baby. And I love that. Now, one thing you're seeing on screen right now, this is the gameplay footage that IGN released the other day. It's going to be about 20 minutes of this. They were able to get a full build test on the game. This is a maxed out bunny character in a dungeon on hard difficulty. And they captured this during, they said Summer Game Fest. So that's what you're looking at right now. Now, why do I say IGN captured this footage? So I posted this the other day, and I said that in the intro. I'm like, hey, this is IGN. This is what's going on, just so you know. And the one thing I heard so many people say is that whoever's playing this game has no idea what they're doing because they're not using Bunny's ultimate, you know, powers or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, wow, people, like, apparently that's a thing. Apparently that's something IGN is known for, I guess, is not showing, I guess, the right style of gameplay. Look, I don't care. It's new gameplay. I love it. Like, I think it's great to see. But again, this doesn't really highlight all of the things we know Bunny can do. So this is just, again, this is not me playing. This is IGN. Just putting that out there so I don't get judged by the gameplay. Because there's certain things that are not being used when you know that's going to be used by someone who actually, you know, knows how to use the character. But to be fair, a lot of times people get, you know, hey, here's a controller, here's 30 minutes, jump in and play. And they're like, what am I supposed to do? So a lot of the times, people don't know. So you can't expect to see the perfect gameplay. But anyway, moving on. All right, I'm going to try to get back to chat. Sean Connery. I know it's not Sean Connery, but every time I see that name, I want to use this voice. Normally, it's better. For instance, if it was first thing in the morning, I could probably do a voice like that. Be a little crisper. Craze 916 Nexon was in the lab. Big Cook-Up said the world will finally love us for this one. So we've talked about this before at the channel. Nexon is known for one of the worst gacha games of all time, which is, what is it, Maple Story? I think that's the name of it. Long story short, they were found guilty of, I'll just use an example real quick. You know, you buy certain caches. You spend real world money to buy these things. and they tell you there's a percentage that this weapon will drop from it, and they were completely and totally lying about the percentage. That's just kind of the Cliff Note version of what they did. So you're spending $1.05, whatever, who cares, whatever. The point is you're spending money, and the game is telling you like you have an extra 10% chance of getting whatever it is by spending this money, and the fact is you didn't. There was no chance you were going to get it. They were completely and totally lying. That's why Nexon has the reputation they have. That's why you hear so many people say, it's Nexon, be careful, it's Nexon, be ready. It is valid. It is 100% valid. The concern that people have when it comes to this company. So far, it seems like they're trying to do that mea culpa. We're so sorry. Here, look what we've built. This is by far, I think, the most top shelf game they've ever put together. And you've heard me say, if a company actually puts the gamer first, everyone wins. Everyone wins. We've seen it happen countless times where it's been the opposite. Where people hope they're going to get a certain type of game, they get the opposite, and they're like, well, we're done. And then you look at games where they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars, and the game is dead within a month. It's like, well, that sucks. So if you have a free-to-play game that is going to be dependent on monetization, if you focus on what the players are asking for, they are going to buy things. End of story. Make the player a priority. Everyone is happy. So that, once again, is just my thoughts. All right, I got to scroll to the bottom. There's no way I can play catch up with chat, so I got to go all the way to the bottom. And again, Kurt, I appreciate you answering these questions. You were awesome. Everyone, do me a favor. Give Kurt the Gamer, show him some love. Put a heart in chat for Kurt the Gamer for helping out so much with this thing. I couldn't do it without you, buddy. So yeah, do me a favor. I really would appreciate that. Ray Horn saying, yes, the game is listed at 40 gigabytes. That is correct. It should be about that. So, again, nothing too crazy. Warframe is around 40 gig too. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about IGN in the chat. I know. I didn't even realize that was a thing, where that's what they were known for. Because for me, it's like, I'm just a kid when it comes to just getting amped up about seeing a game. So I'm like, cool. I don't really look at certain specifics sometimes when it comes to new gameplay footage, because as someone, let's say if I've never played the game, and I don't like, if I don't know what a character's ultimate abilities are, I may not be, picking up the fact that whoever's playing it is doing it wrong. Does that make sense? So, but yeah, I guess apparently a lot of people do. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it really quick. One person is answering, what was the question? And again, if I miss it, I apologize. Any questions in Super Chat, I promise to answer. Where are we? Really quick. Ray is saying for nerfing things, I think it will be less due to mods. Yeah, that's very true. I think it will be less due to mods being the most influential things for builds. Just your opinion. That's a very good point. 600 mods in this thing. It's going to be insane. There's going to be so much build diversity. That's what I love. And regardless of how you want to play the game, you should be able to do it. So I like that. Jake is saying, are you going to be able to keep everything you have that you've gotten from the test in the main game? The answer is no. You start off fresh. The only thing you should get when the game launches is any of the not early access, or any of the beta rewards you could earn. You should be able to get those with your character. I assume they'll be in your mailbox, but we'll see what happens upon launch. I'll keep you posted on that. And you're going to hear me say that a bunch, about launch and whatnot, because it's going to, one thing you've heard me say is I wait until a game is live before I'm like, okay, this is what's going on. Because we've seen the bait and switch before, and that's not my being negative, that's my being a realist. So I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. Okay, cool, here's how you get this. I talked about the fact that I'll be putting together a video highlighting how to set up an account with Nexon So that way you're ready for cross-platform, because you want to make sure you're ready on day one for that. So we'll be going over all that stuff over the next few days as well. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Smooth. What's up, kid? Seeing this many people in chat is getting me hyped for the game. Same here. I gotta tell you, I did not... You know, I did my first live stream for this game a few days back. And I was hoping, okay, maybe 40, 50 people will show up if I'm lucky. I cracked like 190, which is insane for me. Now we're sitting at 263. I think the max we were at moments ago or earlier was like 290 something, 280 something. There's a lot of hype behind this game. And one thing we talked about earlier is that if you're looking for a version of The Division, this is not it. This is completely and totally different. The similarity is that it's a third-person looter shooter, but that's where the similarities end. Gameplay is different, the feel is different, but I gotta tell you, for me at least, I loved playing the betas. I loved it so much. So I'm really excited about this game. Okay, here we go here. I gotta go try to get back to the bottom really fast. It's like impossible. Y'all are insane. This is amazing. This is amazing. Good. Kurt's getting some love. Appreciate it. Kurt, the gamer for president. Oh, God, don't even get me started. Never mind. I don't get political here. I just don't. Never mind. Just after watching last night's debate, I just found myself needing a drink. Let's just say that. All right? Anyway, moving on. That's all you're going to get from me on that one. Ryo. Nexon's very name is going to keep people away from this game. They need to work hard to win people over. You are 1000% correct. One thing you'll hear me say is do not spend any money on this game for a while. That's just my opinion. Y'all can do whatever you want. For me, I don't really intend to spend any money initially because it's Nexon. I've never been burned by Nexon before. This is the first Nexon game I have ever played and could ever play. Who knows? But the point is, their reputation precedes them. So I know to be very, 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 very cautious. And because of that, that's what I intend to do. You know? If they can pull a Helldivers 2, and when I say that, I'm referencing not necessarily coming out of nowhere, because Helldivers 2 came out of nowhere. It's a juggernaut. Small studio, just absolutely lights out what they've done and how they've continued to focus on their community. But if they can pull a Helldivers and actually keep people engaged with that game, even though they have the reputation they've had, over time you will see the player count increase. That's kind of what we're looking for. That's how I see them ultimately succeeding over time. Warframe has shown us time and time again you can have a free-to-play game that can do exceptionally well in the long run. You know? We see all these games come and go. We see games trying to be the next Fortnite. We see games trying to be the next PUBG. They can't hold a candle to these games. And as long as you're focusing on the player base, you should continue to maintain or always, you know, increase the amount of people jumping in. So we will see, my friends. We will see. All right, see everyone giving. I know I said that. Kurt. Giving Kurt the love. Appreciate it. M's got money to burn. Ciao. That's insane. That's so funny. Craze is saying facts. I'm dropping a bag on this game gladly. I know a lot of people will, which is fine. You know, I mean, look. There's a chance I'll get a battle pass. See what it includes, how much it cost. You know, I know some information was leaked the other day, and then I was on Reddit, and then subsequently it was pulled. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I will drop some money on a battle pass. We'll see what happens. But I think that, you know, if the game focuses on these key aspects and they continue to listen to the player base, this could be a good thing. That's how I'm feeling. All right, got to catch up on chat really quick. Once again, if you're just tuning in, 205 likes. Y'all are crazy. 246 viewers. Thank you all so much. This has just been overwhelming, like the support you've shown. And my goal is to continue to bring you this content for this game for a long time. I think for me, you'll see whether this is a game look, in a month from now, if you stop seeing videos for this game and live streams, you know where I stand. But as long as I'm still making videos, you know I'm playing this game and loving it. I cannot cover a game at the channel I don't enjoy. It will never happen. I've tried that before. Doesn't work. Right? I don't want to be a tourist. I don't want to, you know, a great example is like I love Helldivers. I had so much fun. Didn't really have the time to fully commit to it. And I can't be talking about a game if I'm not committed as far as certain aspects are concerned. I just can't. Or I could, but I won't. Does that make sense? I don't know. Stupid standards. Wait, I see someone saying, whoa, S. Oh, let's get that drink. What's up, kid? I see you. Oh, wait, is today for... Oh, no. All right. I'm going to hit you up in a bit, S. My bad. You're always saying I should do a live stream. Well, guess what, son? I'll hit you up later. Oh, no, I'm a terrible person. Yeah, we'll get a drink soon, 100%. Okay, here we go. Yes, I need a drink too, but I'm just hydrating right now. We will have our Friday nights, you know, cocktail hour at the Gaming Brigade. Everyone. So if you are over the age of 21, what is your go-to drink? Now I need to talk about something that took place in our last live stream, and it's important. I think it was Ray. Ray, was it you? I want to say it was Ray. You talked about Cactus Cooler. Cactus Cooler and rum, because I'm a fan of rum and whiskey, whatever, you know. Anyway, moving on. I can't find Cactus Cooler anyway. I mean, to be fair, I've only looked like 3 places, but that's been embedded in my brain. Cactus Cooler and rum. That's what I'm looking to do. So if you have a drink of choice in chat and you're over 21, what's your drink of choice? Let me know. Am I allowed to ask that? I don't know. Station is asking, what are the drops? Are you talking about Twitch drops? You're talking about what I'm looking at on the ground while I'm playing? Because this is not my gameplay. This is from IGN. And one thing, actually, we were talking about IGN and the heat they get when they put out gameplay. One thing that people said was not only were they not using Bunny the proper way, but they were leaving a ton of loot on the ground. I don't know what the drops are because they didn't really pick up too much stuff. So if that was your question, I wish I had an answer for you. All right, where are we at? Yes, we need a drink. Yes, we will all have that drink. We will definitely have cocktail hour at the Gaming Brigade, 100%. Baja Blast, there you are. Okay, Bailey's Irish Cream and Milk Chocolate, damn. Baja Blast and coconut rum, there you go. Water, right on, Kurt, I love it. Awesome, hydrating right now, my friend, as you can hear. Tyler coming in with a tequila. Your next level, whiskey straight, Bloody Marys. Oh, every Sunday, Michael McKenzie. Every damn Sunday. Kevin, Captain Morgan, spiced rum. That's my go-to as well. Just like, you know, just like a little drink. I'm not talking about getting hammered all the time. I mean, what, you know what I mean? I'm just like a nice little beverage, you know, finish the day. RH225, like the positivity, we need more co-op games. Absolutely. And this is one thing, look, that's one thing you're always going to run into here. It's not like everyone's best friends. We all have to agree. I'm not that person. We can have differences of opinion. I welcome that. I welcome conversations. I welcome conversations. I just don't tolerate any toxic, you know, behavior whatsoever. You're probably seeing on screen right now, this is just part of the store. Things that were unlocked that you can get for Bunny. Some cool stuff. I like that panda thing. Rocking that panda outfit. I do that. 2 seconds. The panda mask. All right, let's get back to it really quick. Matthew Kirby says, I'm ready for builds because I know they're coming. Looking forward to your coverage on this one. As far as my go-to drink, just give me Stella. Oh, Stella, that's a good one. Yeah, there's certain classics. Mine's Newcastle. Like if I have to, like not have to have a beer. I don't mean like, oh, I'm being forced. Yeah, Newcastle I think is my go-to. But anyway, moving on. There we go. Yeah, I know what you meant, Station. Crown and Coke, that's a good one. Yeah, so for the drops, so here's the thing, and I may not see you on launch day because again, there are Twitch drops. I'm not going to stream on Twitch. I probably never, ever, ever will, like forever, ever, just because I don't know. I stick to YouTube. That's just my thing, right? So I will be live streaming here, but if you are trying to get those Twitch drops, needless to say, you got to be on Twitch. You got to watch it there. You could put me on one screen, Twitch on another, because you just got to be logged in and watching, and then you're golden. So definitely do that if you're looking to get those drops. I don't know. I don't have the breakdown in front of me. We'll talk about that in tomorrow's video. If you are just tuning in and you are new, make sure you turn on those notifications because I intend to cover this thing nonstop between not only now and launch, obviously, but when the game goes live, we'll be jumping into a bunch of stuff. So I'll talk about Twitch drops in tomorrow's video. I'll be talking about the information we just learned over the last day and any new information we get tomorrow. I'll make sure I do that as well. And for those of you asking, I will be doing a Division 2 build video tomorrow also. So love to the Division 2 community. I did post a video this morning on the Division 2. Just putting that out there. Okay, here we go. Darren Cobbs. I just happened to highlight your comment. Hey man, I asked this the other day live stream when I told you to go live at 7 p.m. Eastern. The question I had was, do you think this game will be strong or fizzle out like Anthem did? Hopefully the former. Yes. Hopefully the former. I'll tell you, Darren, this is all going to be dependent on Endgame. That's it. Anthem fizzled out because there was nothing behind it. I loved playing Anthem, like sincerely. I loved it. I had this build with a handgun that was just decimating everything left and right, and I was leveling up, and you had the ability to they change stuff around, but you can increase your luck for drop rates and things like that. So I had this whole thing going, and it was amazing. And what happened was, around that, like I've been talking about, 30-hour mark with the game, I'm like, there's nothing behind this. This is terribly, terribly repetitive, right? We know there's going to be repetition in a game. We know that. But you want to have different ways you can actually play, whether it's by using a different style of gameplay with a Descendant, or choosing a Horde mode, or choosing a solo mode that you want to do on your own. And we're going to talk about that as well as we continue, about the different game modes and the fact you can play solo or in a group, things like that. The end game is going to be what, if this game fizzles out, that's why. And so as long as they focus on that replayability level and giving people the incentive to actually try out different Descendants and do different things in the game, one thing we talked about, and this will hopefully help answer it, is, what's happened, let's say, and again, I'll use the Division 2 as an example. Farming Countdown, farming the summit is great. You can use a targeted loot system to try to get things you're looking for, right? Well, a lot of times in games, they're going to have a certain type of component or weapon or whatever it may be locked behind, one certain mission, one certain this. So let's say, for instance, if you want to, get something, you have to do a void intercept battle, and if you don't, you'll never pick it up. Well, what's great is that they're going to have a rotating schedule for certain things. So it's not like you have to run the exact same open world activity to get one specific type of material or component. It's always going to switch, and that's a very good thing for the lifespan of a game. So hopefully we will see that in conjunction with different ways to do things in the game, keep the game alive. So again, that's my thought. I really think there's a good chance this could do well, and you're going to hear me say the same over and over again. Put the community first. Everything works out. It is very simple. We've seen that happen time and time again where they've done the opposite. And what games seem to do is they light a fire for no reason, and then they put out the fire and they want credit. And I'm thinking, why do you want credit? You're the one who lit the fire. Now you want me to pat you on the back for putting out a fire you started? And that happens when games just don't listen. No, no, no. We hear you, but we're going to do this. Okay. So we've seen games succeed. We've seen games fail. It's because when the games succeed, when they give people what they're actually looking for in that style of game. One example I can give, and they made the announcement I think today, Ubisoft, about remaking certain Assassin's Creed games. Was that yesterday, today, whatever? Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. Everything's kind of blurring together. But the point is, one of my favorite games of all time is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Thoroughly, my favorite, without a doubt, my favorite Assassin's Creed game, but one of my favorite games of all time. And one of the things I loved about the game was the ship mechanics. When you jumped on the Jackdaw and you could, you got your ship ready for battle, but cruising around, having to battle the ghost ships. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I apologize. I'm just geeking out with Assassin's Creed really quick. When they first announced Skull and Bones, in my mind, they were creating a standalone game based on that mechanic from Black Flag. And that's what everyone hoped for. That's what everyone wanted to see. That's why there was so much hype. And we got something much different. Now, I'm not here to disparage any game whatsoever. I know a lot of people who love Skull and Bones. I mean, who gives a shit what I think? It's not about me. But I think sometimes there's an expectation for a type of game, then everything pivots. This game seems to have kept to the expectation we have wanted to see. And my hope is that it continues to push through that, post-launch. Shoot me a thumbs up in chat if that made sense. Hopefully that wasn't just a rant and I look back or listen to this again and be like, what did I just say? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, let's go back to it. Michael McKenzie, Newcastle. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Here we go. Oh, gosh, I don't even know where to start. Hayden, what's going on? Good to see you. I don't know if you're asking me if I remember you. I do remember Hayden. Where's the question? Oh, I'm just asking, with this game have trophies? Please please tell me, because I keep thinking about it until you tell me. I don't. Oh, so as far as they are going to have, shoot. Oh, I don't have it in front of me. Give me a second. Do I have that information? Hang on. I may actually have it on another page where they talked about in a Q&A. Oh, I don't have it here. Shoot. There is going to be some sort of trophy system, yes. I don't know if you're referencing, PlayStation specifically, if you're talking about in-game, challenges and stuff like that. I know there's going to be a lot of in-game stuff. So I wish I could answer your question. Yeah, I don't like to just guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know. Sorry. That's not the answer you're looking for, but I don't BS here. I don't tell you something that's not something I actually know. But hopefully they do. I'm pretty damn sure they do, actually. I think I've read it somewhere. They keep putting out so much information at such a rapid rate because we're getting so close to launch. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. But yes, I do remember you, Hayden. Good to see you. Yeah, Ray is saying, thank you, Kurt, as well. Ray is saying, yes, you believe they'll have the trophies. Good. I want to hear that too. Okay, good. I'm seeing thumbs up for my rant. Yeah, so we were talking about Nexon. Yep, you know what, they've got to prove a lot of stuff. But if they do it right, we're golden. And if they don't, people bail. I mean, it's that simple. That's a beautiful thing about when you have a game like this. All I care about is if you pay for something, you get what you're paying for. That is my biggest concern with Nexon. If y'all want to spend $150 getting, Bunny dressed up like a whatever you want, it doesn't matter to me. You want to look like Laura Croft? You want to look like, I don't care. Do whatever you want to buy or do. You want to spend your money your way, that's fine. As long as you actually get what you're paying for. That's all I care about when it comes to anything in a game. So if they do that, and they make the gameplay what's paramount, that's what matters most. All right, getting back to chat. Hello, Lord Thurizaz. Who is the first Descendant you want to play? Yeah, for me, it's going to be, I'm going Ajax, 100%. Then probably jump to Bunny. We will see what happens. What's up, Kai? Aloha. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I know it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be playing this thing nonstop. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. You know, and I say that as someone who... You've heard me say previously, with all the betas combined, I probably played about 40 hours, 40, 50 hours. But that was in small increments, especially with the last one. I mean, it happened over a weekend where I had just a bunch of stuff going on, so I couldn't really play as much as I wanted. And I can't really gauge anything based off a small amount of gameplay. Some of you are asking how long the story arc is going to be. I have no idea whatsoever. I don't know if they've really talked about that as yet. One thing they did touch base on the other day is they said that, and I'll read you part of the Q&A really quick. Where is it really quick? And once again, if you're just joining, do me a favor. We have 264 people still here. That's insane. Feel free to hit that like button. Sub if you want to be kept up to speed on everything, all things First Descendant. And, yeah, you can hit that join button as well. But again, no obligation. Oh, am I losing connection? What is going on here? Okay, we're back. I thought I lost connection there for a second. All right, so I want to try to find something really quick. Maybe it's because I opened this page that things got jacked up. I can't find the answer to the question about how long it's going to take. I think they basically said, you know, when it comes to unlocking Descendants, as new ones are introduced, it could take anywhere from like 10 to 15 hours, I think, per Descendant, I believe. I'm trying to find exactly what they said. I'm having a hard time finding it really quick. But that's going to have an impact on which Descendants I choose to jump into first. You know what I mean? They're going to be huge on anti-cheat, which is really, really important. And it's strange because, you know, a major concern for this game, even though it is PvE only, is hacks and different things like that. And they're going to use nexon and easy anti-cheat. That was something a lot of the community was concerned about. They will be using that upon launch. And if a user is suspicious of being, you know, a hack or engaging in illegal play, they'll take care to ensure that, you know, they take care of those things, you know, ideally quickly, right? We've seen games go, yeah, we'll deal with them, and nothing's done. Hopefully they'll be able to do that. Now, I don't understand the point of hacking or cheating in a PvE only game. I don't understand it in any game, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, what do we got? Why can't I find that part about the new Descendants? I'm getting completely and totally hyper-focused right now. Where is it? I'll look for one more second, then I'll move on. But it's like I want to be able to answer this question. Where is it? All right, moving on. I can't find it. Oh, well, whatever. Who cares? Moving on. Let's get back to your questions. Okay. Jorge, what is going on, my friend, is asking, in your opinion, do you think PC or console will be better? I think initially PC is going to be much better. I only say that because Nexon is known for PC and mobile games. When I did play on console, it felt great, but I don't know what to really compare it to, if that makes sense. I know for me, primarily, I'm going to be playing on console. I have a decent gaming computer. Like, look, I'm not a PC gamer. I use a controller. That's just how I roll. If you're going to judge me on that, I'd rather you know now than, like, you know, months into this relationship we have at the channel. However, if I notice a major difference, you know, I have a store-bought gaming PC tower, like just whatever. And the point is, if I see a big difference between PC and console, I may make the move to PC until console can be, you know, improved. But because we have that cross-platform and cross-progression, we have that ability. We don't have to start fresh on every single platform, which is good. But primarily, if if console is running good on Xbox Series X, that is all I'm going to be doing, 100%. Is Viesa any good? I believe so. I think Viesa is going to be pretty awesome, from what I've heard. There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of different builds, a lot of different game styles, which is going to be really good. Matthew saying, yep, Matthew Kirby played with Viesa in the beta. She was cool. I love hearing that. Yeah, for me, I only used Ajax, and then not in the last technical test, but in the I think the beta right before that, which was what, in February, I think. I unlocked Bunny and was running with her with an SMG build, and it was just lights out. Like, it was insane the amount of damage you were doing. So I think when it comes to cheating and hacks, what we don't want to encounter is, let's say you use random matchmaking to join something. Excuse me. And by the time you get to where the action is, someone's one-tapped every single enemy, and you're like, well, there goes that. That wasn't any fun. That's where it's going to suck, right? And so I think that's the one thing they're going to keep their attention on, is someone puts together, let's say, a skill build that can just bomb everything in 2 seconds, and that just completely kills the gameplay for every other person in your group. Because what I don't want to have happen is this. Look, we all like being able to have a synergized squad and rolling in and getting everything done as a team. But I don't want to show up to a boss battle and have someone press one button, the boss is destroyed, we get all the loot. Yeah, it's great to get that loot, cool, but I want to actually play the game. You know what I mean? So that's, I think, a major concern a lot of us have, and we'll see how the game reacts when certain builds like that are introduced, because we know it's going to happen. Once again, I'm doing my best to get to your questions. So if I do miss them, I apologize. But as I said before, any questions in Super Chat I will answer. Do not feel obligated to do Super Chat. All right, I need some water. Fallen Reaper, what's going on? Going to Maine, Frenya. I think a lot of people are. Most Descendants will be $10 to $20 to buy. What do you mean? They're going to be 10 to... Oh, you mean as far as to upgrade them all the way, Ray? Is that what you're talking about? Because all the Descendants should be accessible, not behind a paywall, to my knowledge. The ultimate versions, you should be able to earn by just playing the game, I believe. So yeah, YOLO's saying, even though it's wrong, the only logical reason for people to cheat in a PvE is to avoid farming. That's exactly it. Which, brings up the question, why are you playing a looter shooter if you don't want to farm? Like, I love the farming part. But anyway, moving on. Oh wait, what did I see about, actually said more people are, Ryo was saying they actually said more people than ever are using controllers on PC recently. Yeah, I just, what, for me, I was never a PC gamer. I've always been a console gamer. So that's the main reason why. And I get why people play PC. I mean, the graphics and the frame rates and all that, it's insane. So I do get that part. I'm trying to see if Ray answered. Healers being the lowest type of played. Good thing I like playing healers. Got y'all covered. Heck yeah, Ray. We're always rolling together, kid. You always need a good healer. The healer is you're the hero of the group. There's some times, and again, I'll use the Division as an example, running Legendary, and I'm just about lights out. And all of a sudden, there's a green cloud, a healing cloud around me. And I'm like, oh, man, that person's in the back who's running Sniper, but is launching, a healing hive or any other ones that you can help people out with. It's like, man, that's who you need on the team. So healers are going to play a big part. And what's great is that the game actually talked about, and I know I said this earlier briefly, it's not just going to be running in, shoot them up. Of course, there are going to be some gnarly DPS builds, which rips everything up. But Apparently, with some of the Void Intercept battles, which are the most, that the game has said so far, the most difficult things to encounter in a game, it's going to take a synergized style of gameplay. You're going to need a healer. You're going to need someone to take down an enemy's shields with a type of skill build. And then you're going to need to inflict damage as well. So if you think about, let's say, the incursion or the raid in the Division 2, it's going to be that type of a thing. So I'm looking forward to it. And I love there's matchmaking no matter what. So even if y'all jump in and you have no idea what you're doing, you're going to figure that stuff out as a team with or without communication. And I like the matchmaking element as well. Simon is saying we've waited for years on Xbox for a solid new crossplay game. 1000%. So I am very excited about that. And we've seen how successful, like we saw with Helldivers, and people just ate it up because they're like, this is great. But again, it's on PlayStation and PC only. Okay, trying to play catch up really quick. Kai is saying, hoping that the Battle Pass will be like Apex Battle Pass, where if you just buy once, it pays for the next one and you get cool stuff. Your playtime is your investment. I'm assuming, Kai, every season there will be a new Battle Pass. But I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. And I'm all about getting that cool stuff. Different weapon skins, different, if I'm paying, let's say, $10 every 3 months. I'm fine with that. Getting certain components, getting certain gold or this or that or whatever things to craft. Totally good in support of the game for that. Michael's saying you've always been a PC gamer. Yeah, I don't know how y'all do it with the mouse and the keyboard. Y'all are crazy. I tried. I'll give you a quick example. So another game I'm looking forward to is Once Human. Really looking forward to that game, which launches like a week after this. It's going to be lights out. But anyway, I'm in their partner program, which is wonderful. And the only reason I have not played the game is because it hasn't had controller support in any of the testing phases. So it looks amazing. I want to play it, but I can't. I tried for like 5 minutes. I wanted to smash my head against the wall. I'm like, how do y'all do it? So anyway, this is a safe space. I can tell you all that stuff. I'm trying to play catch up. I don't know if Ray... Did you address the Eugen for the win? Heck yeah. I want to see if we talked about the whole pay thing. Oh, no, to buy with Caliber. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that's what you're saying. Right. So yes, you will have an option to buy any... Look, chances are, with this game, you will have the option to buy any damn thing you want, or you can farm for it. One of the two. Now, there will be exclusive items that I'm sure are in the Battle Pass, but all of those items should be cosmetic-based. They should not be, let's say, oh, here's a one-tap shotgun. And if there is a weapon like that, you should also be able to the best of my knowledge, unlock that weapon in some sort of fashion while just playing the game itself. It could take you 30 hours, but you can get it. You're paying for that convenience. Or you're paying for that cosmetic. Totally cool with that. No problem there. Thank you, Ray, for clarifying. Kyle is asking, do I have a Discord? No, I don't, because I just don't want to manage it. Excuse me. I get that question asked a lot. Maybe one day I will, but with life and work and whatnot, I don't have the time. And I want to make sure, like, I'm very hands-on with what I do. I want to make sure I can actually manage what's happening. And if I can't do it, I'm not going to do it, if that makes sense. So maybe one day, Kyle, but at this point, I do not have one, unfortunately. Possibly soon. We will see. You can buy them, but if you want to, you can't. I'm sorry. Calhu says you can buy them if you want, but you can unlock also. That is awesome. Thank you for that confirmation. What else we got? What do we got here? Where's my phone? My phone's blowing up. What do people want? Don't they know I'm live streaming? Okay, let's turn it on silent. Oh, let's check email really quick. Any new updates? Has the game passed along anything new? Let's look at that really quick. They give us a bunch of stuff today. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything new announced from the First Descendant since we've been live. Anything new? The drop rewards, we talked about that. That's going to be on Twitch only. And yeah, there's some really good rewards too, y'all. Listen, regardless of if you're here on launch or not, have on your phone, have something going. Because if you watch for 15 minutes, you get a pizza chest attachment for, oh gosh, who's that? I can't think of her name right now. I'm like looking at the Descendant, and I'm trying to remember the name, but not looking at the person's name. Valby. Sorry, it was making me crazy. You're going to get something for Valby. Watching for 30 minutes, you get 15,000 gold and 1,500 Kupier shards. 60 minutes, you get a gloomy emote for Ajax. And this could, I don't know if that's just for Ajax or if it's for all Descendants. I'm curious about that. 90 minutes, you get a Twitch color paints for Bunny or for all Descendants. 120 minutes is an X-ray back attachment. That looks for Sharon, I think. So that's another question I have too, is are these attachments, certain things locked just for certain Descendants? I think those that I just mentioned may be across all of them, but I don't know. We'll find out. That's one thing we know the game is changing, is their whole color scheme system. You know, we'll see what happens upon launch, but that was one complaint a lot of people had, is that the paint system was just all jacked with RNG and as far as customization goes. And that seemed like a very Nexon thing to do, where the grind and the RNG to get certain paints that you want on all aspects of your, gear was very Nexon-like, if that makes sense. Pardon you, puppy. You hear my dog sneeze? You good, dog? Okay, good dogs. I'm almost done. Sorry, the dogs are getting anxious. We're getting close to dinner time. I got like 30 more minutes. But anyway, moving on. That was a very gotcha move by them, the paint system, with the final technical test, or maybe there's one before that, but they have already said they're making that major change, which is good. So I do like that. Let me try to get back to catch up with chat. Wait, 1,200 hours what? Who has what are you answering, YOLO? What's 1,200 hours? I want to know. Oh, wait. My level can... Oh, okay, I'm watching it now. Overwatch. Okay, got it. Never mind. Moving on. Ray, I do not have Discord. No. Maybe one point I will. Right now I just don't, because I can't management. I don't have the time for it. And if I don't, I get very, OCD. It's like, what's going on? So I've got to kind of manage my, stuff I take on. But at one point I will. All right, Joel. What's going on, my friend? Game says for you, it's coming out on the 30th. So here's the thing. So the game doesn't come out on the 30th. You can preload on the 30th. So wherever you are in the world, so this game has a universal launch time. Now, I'm going to sound like an ass here for a second, but what that means is it launches at the exact same moment worldwide for everyone. So for me, it's going to be at midnight on the morning of it's going to be at 12:01 a.m. on the morning of July 2nd. If you're I'm in California. If you're in New York, it's going to be 3 a.m. If you're in, the UK, I think that's 8 a.m. I think it's 8 hours ahead. I hope I'm right. Something along those lines. And then so on and so forth. All the way to New Zealand, where it's 1900 hours, which is what is that? 9 p.m., I think? No, 1900 is 7 p.m., isn't it? Anyway, whatever. My point is this. It's going live for everyone at the same time. Whatever your launch time is, 48 hours before that is when you can pre-download. So that's what you're seeing on the 30th. The 30th is pre-download only. If that makes sense. I love that, Ray. Ray the healer. Ray, we got to squad up. Ray, what platform are you going to play on? You may have already asked this or answered it, but let me know. What platform are you doing? Grant, what is up, kid? I see you. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for answering that question before I could even get to it. Appreciate you, Grant. Always good to see you here. Sky Blue, I don't know if I said hello yet, Sky, but welcome. You've been here for a minute. I know that. So if I'm taking a while to get to you, I do apologize. I'm doing my best, people. Once again, thank you, Kurt, for answering so many questions. Everyone else who's look, we're a family here, and I love this. That's what I love about this community we're building. And I got to tell you, it's pretty damn exciting to be, talking about a new game. It really, really is. And I said this before in I posted a Division 2 video this morning. And for those of you that may be new to the channel, you've never been here before, and you're here because of the First Descendant, mainly at this channel for the last 4 years. Since I started, I've only really primarily covered the Division 2. A few other games here and there, but those have fizzled out. This is the first game since, for me at least, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, that I'm actually excited about. Tiny Tina's was a dark horse out of nowhere for me. I hadn't played Borderlands 2, and long story short, I just became obsessed with Tiny Tina's, loved it, and videos did well. And I learned very early on that you can't play a game at a channel if you don't enjoy it. Unfortunately, when the Endgame hit for that game and they did the DLC, it fizzled out, whatever, moving on. I love the franchise. I cannot wait for the next Borderlands game. But my point is, this is the first game since then where I've actually had I'm highly anticipating covering something new at the channel that I'm actually going to enjoy, because you can't be a tourist when it comes to a game like this. So I'm really excited about this game. And I had a channel when Outriders was going on, and I was stoked about that. And once again, but again, that was not a live service game. They had no real end game planned. And by the time they made certain changes, I think I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Okay, it didn't happen. I thought it was, but it didn't. By the time Outriders made a change to actually get people back to it, it was too late, right? Anthem. I got to talk about Anthem. You know, they had that whole push for Anthem 2.0 and people getting all hyped up, and then they just killed everything. Anthem 2.0 should have been the game we got upon launch. If we got Anthem 2.0 when the game launched, that would still be a game people would be playing. Now, it is my understanding, and this is based on what we've seen from the team over at this game so far, is that if they've already got Season 1 ready, chances are Season 2 is already locked in too. And as long as they stay a season or two ahead of what we're doing, that's what is going to keep the end game going. With the introduction of new Descendants, new things to do in the game, new things to grind for, that is what can keep this game going. We've seen it happen with Warframe. Hopefully we can see it here as well. Oh, see, Kai, whatever. Kai's get to 9 p.m. Lucky. I mean, I'm not going to wake up at like midnight to play. Who's saying that? Yes, I will. Actually, no. Yeah, I will. Those are facts. Because I want to be there when the boots drop, you know? I want to be boots on the ground. We'll see what happens. My plan is to that day go to bed at like 5 p.m., wake up at like 11:30, and just get ready to roll. And maybe even have... Oh, Kurt, that'd be sick. Well, no, you're going to be playing, though. Maybe even have a launch live stream at midnight. That'd be dope, you know? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't want to get, like, punched in the face by my family, because it's midnight where I am. If I'm talking loud and I'm doing this, I'm going to get, thunder kicked in the chest. We don't need that. We don't need that. All right, I'm going to roll down to chat really fast. We may start winding down pretty soon. We are 2 hours and 8 minutes in. What time is it right now? Oh, hell no. We can go for at least another 20. Yeah, 22, 35 minutes. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Once again, if you're just tuning in, do me a favor. Hit that like button really quick. And if you want to be kept up to speed on all things for this game, hit that sub or join button. Turn on those notifications. What's really fun for me is all I've done is talk about the news, and there's nothing, like, I'm keeping you posted, and stuff going on, but when this game goes live, we're going to be doing farming, builds, everything here. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm really, really excited for the potential of this game. As a player, forget videos and stuff like that. Obviously, I'll bring you that stuff, but as a player, as someone who enjoys third-person looter shooters, I'm pretty hopeful for this thing. What's going on, D? I see you. New to the community. Well, welcome. Happy to have you here. Yeah, just chill. It really is. You know, we're just one thing you'll hear me say in my videos. So I have this cool 80s intro, like this straight up like 80s video game intro that you may not have seen as yet on a lot of my First Descendant content, is because I don't want to welcome you into a new channel with like this 10-second intro. You're like, dude, get to the point, right? But eventually you'll see it as I continue to grow this community. But one thing I always try to do here is just create that toxic free gaming environment, stuff like that. So welcome. Happy to have you here. Yeah, that's the goal. But yeah, it's just about chill. It's just about enjoying the game, building it. Oh, what I was saying was, before I got sidetracked, and by the way, D, that happens a lot. One thing I say at the beginning of the videos typically is, what's going on, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. And the reason I use the term YouTube family is that's what I'm trying to build here. We got each other's backs, you know? Everyone is welcome. Just be cool. You're only going to get banned or kicked. And you don't even get banned. I just secretly block you and you have no idea, which is funny to me. Discussions are welcome. Disagreements are welcome. Be respectful. That's all I care about. Don't bash an individual because you don't agree with them. Do not bash an individual because you think they're doing a bad job. It's lights out. I don't deal with that ever. Never have, never will. Everything else, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to ban you. No, I'm just kidding. What's going to happen is I'm going to go, oh, I'm wrong. Oh, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. End of story, right? So, anyway, that was the long answer and the long welcome to D. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Yeah, no Founders Pack. We talked about that, which is good. Ow, did I just get bit by a spider? Sweet baby Lord. Ow, what the hell was that? Okay. Sean Connery. Hello, Sean. Love the stream. Hope to see you live streaming when the game is out. I think every time I see your name, I'm going to jump into my Sean Connery voice. Which, by the way, typically it's much better in the morning, but I have more of a rasp to it. Does that make sense, my friend? I sure hope it does. Yes. Moving on. Yes, I will be. I'm going to do hopefully a lot more live streams. We'll see. You know, that's a plan. That's a plan. We'll see what happens. Moving on. Yeah, no Founders Pack. We will save some money. Ray, I will be in touch. I will let you know. I can guarantee I'm going to need help. You know, maybe, yeah, 100%. I'll be in touch. Hey, if you follow me on Twitter, shoot me a message if you do. Just DM me, my friend. John Taylor, I'm new to the channel. Videos, very likable. Well, thank you. I understand the drop kick reference completely, right? Yeah, gamer dad. It's no joke. Like, I don't want to get thunderstruck at like 12. I don't need that. I just don't need it happening. You know, we just don't need it. But yeah, thank you. I try to be likable, you know. And if I'm not, it's always someone else's fault. Am I right? Yeah, not really, but you know what I'm saying. The First Descendant is made on Unreal Engine. That is correct. Unreal Engine 5, I believe. This is not live gameplay. So this is what you're seeing it, and you can see it at the top of the screen. This is pre-recorded footage I captured when I was, you know, doing the live technical test. We might make it to the point where we get to some footage that IGN posted the other day as well. But all of this is pre-recorded. I wish I could be playing the game right now. Trust me. But we're waiting. We're days away. Days away. So damn close. So damn close. I will continue to. Someone is asking. I will be posting a video tomorrow morning at one point. I will go over all of the information we have. We'll be talking about the breakdowns. Just some of the new stuff that we learned over the last day. But yeah, there's a lot to go over. We got a lot to look forward to. Kyle saying, who do I think the most and least played characters will be? All right, so... jeez. I think... for most, Ajax, Sharon, Bunny, Glay, Asimo looks pretty beast as well, whenever we have access to Asimo. For healers, obviously, we're talking Enzo, we're talking Jaber. I don't think that Blair is going to get a lot of love. I don't think that Lepic will either. Maybe VS is bad at, like, it all depends on your game style. You know what I mean? I think they're going to be some dark horses. I think they're going to be some Descendants that no one is like, oh, I'm not going to, like, I'm making this up, but I'm not going to play, you know, we'll use Blair. Like, no one really talks about Blair, right? Blair could be lights out. Like, Blair could be, like, straight up double handgun, just who knows what is going to happen with the gameplay and stuff like that. I don't think there is double handgun, but the point is, Blair could be lights out. We don't know. So I think we already know, like, the popular ones. Bunny right out of the gate. Ajax same as well. Frenya, poison builds. Sharon, yeah, it's, I don't know. We got a lot of choices, which is good. Kyle, yeah, DPS. Oof, it's gonna be lights out. It's gonna be so much fun. Eugen and Jaber are looking pretty sick. You know? Oh, thank you for the thumbs up for the impression. It's not the best impression, but it's okay. Zach, I see you, kid. What's going on? 3 more days. Good to see you here as always. Good to see you here as always. Everyone, 250 likes for this live stream. Thank you all so much. It's incredible. Really, really is. Really, really, really is. Thank you all. See a question. Rob is asking, do we know what the max level is going to be? Kyle says 40, then 30. So I believe there are 2. I believe the max level for character is 30, but the max mastery level is 40. Is that right? Something like that? Am I right, Kyle? Glay is going to be crazy, by the way. Yeah. I think that was it. I think that's it. I think there are 2 different numbers. As far as your weapon rank goes, were we seeing weapons that were at like 100 or something crazy? Because remember, so when it comes to a game like this, and this is another thing we haven't really talked about as yet. I got enough time. I can go for probably another half hour. We haven't really talked about this as yet, but you know, when you want to upgrade, let's say you're just focused on assault rifles. You have no need for shotguns whatsoever. Your weapons can consume other type of weapons to increase the damage output or whatever you're looking to do with weapons you actually want to optimize. So you're not limited to, I can only upgrade an assault rifle by breaking down another assault rifle. And again, this is just from footage I've seen. We'll see what happens when the game goes live. But from things the game was explaining, there's going to be so much stuff to farm and so many different ways to maximize. It's going to be incredible. Incredible. And it seems like we're going to have a lot of different ways we can do that. You can buy your way through if you want, and you can farm your way through. You can have a combination of the both. And that's what I appreciate. That's what I like. Enzo and Eugen are available at launch. I think, okay, so I was talking about this earlier. I don't know if they're available immediately upon launch, or they're going to be available when the first season begins, which will start in September. So they're either going to be available right out of the gate or in September. I cannot get confirmation of that as yet. I believe that they should be the 3 Descendants we are going to see upon the new season, which again is going to be about 8 weeks after launch. We could be surprised they could be ready right out of the gate, but I don't have that exact answer right now. Mark is saying, how can you set up gear for one Descendant so you can switch gear with the Descendant? Okay, so you're gonna be able to have multiple loadouts for each Descendant, which is good. So you think of it in terms of one build tankier than the other. And as you level up your Descendant, you're going to be able to add different loadouts to it as well. And what's great is that when it comes to your mods on your gear and your weapons, you can switch those between loadouts if you want. And I believe you can also switch loadouts anytime, at any point in your game, as long as you're not in combat. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And I hope, hopefully that was the question you were asking. And you're like, dude, what are you talking about? I didn't ask that. Gear drops can be at 100. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so sick. Thank you, Blood. Appreciate you. Kelly says you'll be playing with Biessa and Valby. Yeah, those again. It's you know, as I look at the list of different things, I think Eugen is going to be great as well. But as I look at the list of Descendants, you know, you're going to want to have, and this is something the game said a while back, like a month ago, whatever it was. It may seem like, you know, an obvious statement when someone says, well, you want to unlock all the Descendants. Try to unlock them as quick as you can, all that stuff. That may sound obvious, but a lot of people, again, like myself, like other people, whoever it is, you have your, you know, mind is set who you're starting with, right? So for me, I know I want to max out Ajax out of the gate. Now, obviously, during that time, I'll be unlocking other Descendants as well. But I want to have a fully maxed out Descendant before I start, you know, speccing into another one. And what the game has said is that you want to have multiple Descendants at your disposal because there are going to be times where, look, if you go into something and you have 4 Ajax in your group and there's no healer, it's lights out. 4 bunnies, same damn thing. It's going to be lights out. You're going to need a healer. You're going to need support. You're going to need skill. You're going to need something. So that's why they tell you, hey, as you start off, spec into different Descendants here and there. Because if I join a group, or let's say I have a dedicated group, and Ray and I are rolling, we got Ray, we got Kelly, we got Rob, we got Kyle, we're all in the group, we're ready to do our thing. We all show up and we're all Viessa. It's like, okay, well, who can be a tank? Okay, great. Oh, good, I'll go Ajax because I can put a, you know, a defensive dome around us. We've got Jaber healing us. We've got, you know, Bunny running around just ripping shit, right? That's what we want. And then there's Blair. Poor Blair. I don't know. I haven't heard Blair too many times be mentioned. I'll go. I'll run Blair main. No, I won't. That's not true. But yeah, Valby looks amazing as well. Here we go. Does this game, Vito is asking, does this game have or will have at some point a way to try the Descendant before unlocking them? I don't think so. But one thing they introduced is it's a laboratory that you can have access to, because I think no matter what, you're going to want to unlock the Descendants, because I don't think unlocking the Descendants is really, you know, the major hurdle you're going to have to encounter as you're playing the game. If you know there's a certain game style you want to play, you're going to unlock a certain Descendant, right? And what will happen is that's not really where the grind takes place. The grind takes place when now you have this new Descendant, and now you got to level that Descendant up. That's where the grind takes place. They have something called the laboratory where I know you can try out how certain weapons are going to feel that are optimized or whatever it may be, and you can actually have enemies spawn. It's pretty damn sick. So I'm hoping they could implement something like that maybe in the future to get an idea of what the gameplay is like. I think the movement, depending on the category of Descendant you choose, is going to be kind of universal, right? Tanks will kind of move the same. I think Bunny is the one who's going to be the fastest. We know that. But I think as far as the other movement is concerned, I mean, Valby and her ultimate power, it's like she's, you know, dipping in water and popping back up. So there's certain mechanics you're going to need to learn. So it would be great for the game to have something like that. But as of my talking to you right now, I do not think that's something implemented. Here's what's funny. Zeroa. And I laugh because you've made a very nice compliment. Has anyone ever told you that you have a really soothing voice? It's cool. Thank you. I get that here and there, but I think it's funny. I completely butchered your name as you gave me a wonderful compliment. So Z, now you are known as Z at this channel. We've got Tater. We've got Z. Z, thank you. That is very kind of you. I do what I can. I try. Have I seen the GeForce update for the game? I have. I'll be talking about that tomorrow in a video where we're going over. I tried to post a video earlier. My goal was to, but I knew I was going to go live. So I'm like, man, you know what? I'll wait. I'll post that tomorrow morning as well as any other updates. We'll be talking about launch times, preload, all the GeForce updates. It's really looking good. You know, I try not to. This goes back to something I was saying at the beginning of the stream. Is I try not to allow a game to amp me up too much. Because we have all been burned before. And this game has gotten to the point where I can't not be amped up about it. And I think one of the main reasons why is it's at no risk. If we're let down, we're let down. That sucks. But we're going to be let down by a free-to-play game. So there's no financial risk whatsoever. And as a consumer, look, I'm in different partner programs. I'm in the Ubisoft creator program. I get, the games for free sometimes, depending on what the game is. And I was just led into that, I don't know, a year ago, a year and a half ago, whatever. It's a privilege, and I'm very thankful for that. The reason I bring that up is transparency. But we all know with certain games, when you make a certain financial investment, there's certain things you expect, right? You want to get what you're actually paying for. And when it comes to this game, because there is no financial commitment whatsoever, it gives this game an opportunity to really put out a great product. Because again, as you've heard me say so many times, if they give people the game they want, if they listen to the community and respond accordingly, which so far through the lifespan of the betas they have continued to do, this is going to be an incredibly popular game. And just based on games that I enjoy, I thoroughly enjoyed my gameplay with this thing. That's as a fan of The Division, because I'm not looking at this like, ooh, it's another Division. It's not. Nothing is The Division. Nothing ever will be The Division. This hopefully is a new third-person looter shooter that I enjoy playing as I enjoy playing The Division. But I can't compare the two, if that makes sense. So yeah. I hope it's going to be good. I really, really do. I've got really, really high hopes. Ajax is the cleaner to mop the floors. Oh, damn. What's up, you? I see you, kid. Ray's back at it. Mods can be used to reduce the amount of points used as cost, like Warframe mods matching polarity to reduce cost. I love that. Hello to you, Tim. Good to see you here. You know what? It's funny because I know that. So my son is heavily into Pokemon. So yeah, I actually knew that. Knows every... It's incredible. It's pretty amazing. But anyway. Ultimate Blair should be renamed Let Him Cook. Right. Or what about like Order Up? Right? I love that. Good to see you, Tim. And Ray, once again. Throwing in with a hello before I could. Legend. Grant is saying the Trinity formula has never been broken. Tank, healer, DPS. Yeah, I can see that happening too, except I'm probably going to go tank, DPS, and healer because I can count on Ray. Ray's going to be my healer. Ray, you're getting called upon. We're running this thing. I'm looking forward to it. Eugen is the dedicated healer. Isn't Jaber as well? Jaber's a healer, right? Or is Jaber straight up support? No, we know Enzo's support. Yeah. I don't know. But it's going to be good. Eugen is going to be lights out. Lights out. That's going to be a really, really great one. Okay, Jaber you meant. Okay, cool. I'm not crazy. It's going to be good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. The Wolf. Hello. Welcome to the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Once again, if you're just joining, do me a favor. Hit that like button really quick. Feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well if you like. I'm doing my best to answer all your questions. My voice is starting to fade a little bit. How long are we into this thing? We're 2.5 hours in. What time is it? 4:28. Okay, we're going 15 more minutes because then I'm in that witching. It's not really a witching hour. I have 3 dogs, right? One's a puppy. 2 are a little bit older. Well, one's like 7. The other's 2, and we've got a puppy who's 6.5, 7 months old. Anyway, long story short, there's that 15-minute window where their bodies are like, dude, it's almost dinner. come on, feed us, man. Like, it's happening, and I can see them starting to get a little twitchy. So I know that's going to go down at about, in about 15 minutes. So we'll keep going till then. But again, thank you all so much. The support has been incredible. And hopefully, here's what I can promise you. I can promise you I will be covering this game for at least the next month. Then, if I'm covering it past then, it's because I'm enjoying it and we're having fun with it. And that's it, right? I'm never going to just cover a game to cover a game, ever at the channel. I can't. I just don't have the genetic ability to do that. But if I'm enjoying a game and I continue to play, whether I'm still leveling up my first Descendant to max or whatever, I'm always going to keep you posted on what's going on, but only if I'm actually involved in the game, because otherwise you're a tourist, and I don't want to be a tourist for my community. I want to know what I'm saying, you know? So I'm hoping, the hope is to be covering this thing for a very long time. I mean, imagine if this turns into a Warframe. That'd be lights out. Okay. Getting back to it really quick. I don't know, you know, Cleverton, or Cleaverton, how's their last, I don't know how the finals is doing. That's a good question. Look, I talked to people that have played Nexon games before, and they love them. They've had zero problems whatsoever. So again, Nexon has to clear their name, and if they can do that with this game, we're in a really good spot. Oh, nice. Okay, Ray Horn, you win. Blair's ultimate name is Ding Fraser Done. 100%. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. 100%. That's what we're going with. That's going to be a build. Fries are done. Nice. I got to write that down. I'm not even kidding. Ray's fries are done build. That's sick. Yeah, Tim, I know we're all going to call upon Ray to be our healer. Carlos, I see you, my friend. Good to see you. You made it. You made it. Just in time. I've got like another 10 minutes before my voice is gone and the dogs are going ham. Justin saying Tuesday can't come soon enough. Hopefully working every day till Wednesday makes it go fast. Yeah, it will. It definitely will. You know, hopefully that's the case. It's going to be good. We got a lot to look forward to. Yeah, insert the Michael Scott gif. It's happening. Yeah, I can visualize that. I wish we could do that I just think the data that it would, you know, that's why YouTube doesn't allow it on in the comment section, because people would just be going nuts. But yeah, that is the perfect example of it's happening. People just flipping out. All right, let's see here. It's fair. I don't think people are covering the day before. Yeah, well, you know, it's, you know, Kai, when you bring up the day before, the writing on the wall for them was months and months and months, if not a year before they actually released the dumpster fire that they called a game. And all I can say about Nexon is when it comes to this game, and that's all I can reference, they've done the opposite. They have continuously improved every single aspect of this game, from the movement to the guns to the gameplay to the listening to the community of what people are wanting to see, from the paint system to other aspects as well. They're saying all the right things, right? Let's see what happens when the game is live and when the game has been live. Let's see what happens during the preseason. Actually, I take something back. I'll be covering this game for at least 3 months, without a doubt. Gotta get through the preseason, gotta get into season 1, see what it's like then. So you're stuck with me for a minute. It's not gonna be, you know, yeah, we're going to be covering it for a minute. So it's not going to be a month in. We're talking at least 4 months I'll be dedicated to this game. Let's hope we enjoy that time and they continue to give us those improvements. YOLO saying you got to get your hands on Eugen. Yeah, Eugen, that's sick. I mean, sincerely. A healer support who uses his diesel drones to heal allies. He heals allies and grants them the beneficial buffs after determining the distance between the allies and him. Think about that. Think about how you're going to do that. All right, so we're going to go over a Eugen breakdown really quick. His passive skill, excuse me. Oh, the dogs are going nuts. I hear them. Hear them shaking their domes. Relax, dudes. It's not time. Okay, you know what? I'm going to mute the mic really quick because they're about to lose their mind. I'm going to release them to the kid. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, the hounds have been released. Whew, man, that's just an intense 2 minutes of dogs going ham through the house. Do you hear that one? So that's Sadie. That's the oldest dog. She's got this scream when she's hungry. It's like, girl, you had food like this morning. Dear Lord. That's like 12 pounds of dog just losing her mind. Egad. That's madness. Okay, where were we? We were talking about Eugen. Passive skill, stop overreacting, significantly reduces the time to rescue allies, targets rescue. It's just, you know what? I'm not going to bore you by reading through all of it because you can't see the image anyway. I'll do that tomorrow. But it's good stuff. We got a lot to look forward to. Yeah, so Justin, people keep asking, oh, okay, I'll consider. Let's see what happens over the first month with this game, and then I'll consider doing a Discord, right? Find a moderator, find someone who can help run it with me. It really seems that for this game, it's something a lot of people want. So I will definitely consider it. Can that be my answer for now? Give me a thumbs up if that's okay. That's the level of commitment I can make right now. I will consider starting a Discord for this game. Fair enough? Carlos is saying the only thing you're afraid of is if this game turns into a Warframe market. That's money sink right there. Yeah. I mean, most people I talk to love the Warframe aspect. So which part are you worried about, Carlos? Because from the people I've talked to when it comes to this game, Warframe's a great, example of how a free-to-play game can actually really succeed over time. So I'm curious to hear what you're referencing when you say that. Look at Ray looking out for everyone. Ray is saying to make it better for all, he will just get Eugen and Jaber so you can use either when needed. Ray, you're going to be like the community official healer. Like, just get ready. Like, it's happening. I have to start a Discord for you. Straight up. Because we're all going to be calling upon you. Like, you're like, it's going to be like, there's going to be like a Ray bat signal. Ding, fries are done. Like, without a doubt. I need to make that a shirt now. Ray, you get half the proceeds. That's awesome. Tim is saying you'll start with Ajax until you can build Frenya. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to do that too. I'm going to stick with, I don't know. I know I'm going Ajax day one, and we'll see what happens there. Grant is saying July 2nd game plan. Check how many character slots and weapon slots available. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I know they've released certain things. Unfortunately, during the last technical test, I couldn't play as much as I wanted, and because of that, I couldn't capture all the footage I was hoping to capture. So that's why I'm not able to show you what we just had access to. And we know that they're making changes between the final technical test and launch. So once it's live, that's when we will live go over everything. And I'll have dedicated videos that you can watch as well. How-to guides, all that good stuff. All right. I think I'm going to start to wind down really quick. Let's try to get a few more questions in. Again, thank you all so much. The chat support, the super chats. We have 3 new members. That's incredible. Yeah. I'm not going to bore you again by saying sub or join or this or that. Just know how much the support means. Like, seriously, it really, really, really means a lot. It really does. Like, I'm very humbled by it, and I want you to know that. So thank you all so much. Hopefully, no pay-to-win content. So, we talked about this, and we've talked about it throughout the live stream. Pretty much pay for convenience, right? Do you want to spend 2 hours grinding for a certain material, or do you want to spend $1.99 to do it, right? I think that's kind of what we're talking about here. That to me is where the game is going to make their money. It's pay to save time, right? A lot of different mechanics, a lot of different things. Certain crafting is going to take a ton of resources, and it's a question of, do you have the time to do it? Are you willing to invest the time to do it? As someone who, has a full-time job and a family and all of that stuff, for me, spending $2-3 to save 3 hours of time may be worth that to me, right? And there are other times where it's like, I want to grind this out, depending on how much time I have. So that's kind of, I think, what we're going to be seeing with this game. That pay for convenience type of a thing. Look at Ray. There you go. Love that. Z is saying you love the Warframe market. Feel like that was the main thing that keeping you playing, considering you barely spent anything. That's what I've heard too. I've heard here's what I've gathered from, and again, I've been covering this game for 2 weeks now, maybe 3. I'm not a full-time Warframe player. I barely played that game only because I was very late to jumping into it, and I was just very overwhelmed. And by late, I mean like 2 years ago, I discovered the game because I was playing the Division 2. But my point is, one thing I've heard consistently is that if this game follows the path set by Warframe, we're golden. Because I think Warframe is that perfect example of how to do a free-to-play game correctly, right? So that's all we're looking for. And hopefully they continue to tweak things as we go along, which they seem open to. What's up, Toxico? Looking forward to the game. Looking forward to the game as well, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much. If you buy skins, yes, you are supporting the game 1,000%. Thank you. What's up? Oh, yeah, so you've been playing... So Carlos was saying, not a counter, but you know what I'm saying. This is about conversation. This is what I love. Playing Warframe for years. Players would control the market prices, and it could be a good thing, but it was a bad thing as well. Yeah, but it's all relative, right? So it's one of those things where it's like something is worth what you're willing to pay for it. So for me, if I've got a shotgun and I'm willing to, I don't know, I work differently, but again, they're going to be players who try to corner a market. They're going to be other players who are like, yeah, dude, let's figure this, stuff out together, whatever. But I like the idea of it, right? What do we got here? Vito is saying, I don't think this game will take players away from Warframe, but it will attract those who want to get into Warframe but are too overwhelmed by its complexity and long-term investment. 1,000%. That's how I feel about The Division as well. One thing I addressed in a video I posted this morning for The Division was that, people are like, oh, people are going to leave this game and leave The Division and come to this. You're going to have the option of playing this if you want, but this is no Division. Completely different. It's like saying, I used the analogy earlier. It's comparing archery to axe throwing, right? The goal is to hit the target, but how you hit that target is very different. And what you need to do to hit that target is very different. That's what we're seeing. Now, this is very, very Warframe-like. But one thing I've heard, and I know many of you out there have as well, is that this is like a super baby between Warframe and Destiny. And if they can pull that off, it's going to be good. It's going to be so damn good. So, anyway, moving on. I think I'm going to start to wind this down. Wait, how much time are we sitting at? 2:43? Yeah, I think I'm going to start, because I'm pretty damn tired. I got to tell you, my voice is starting to fade. Let me get to a few more of your questions really quick before I wrap this up. 7 creative play. I'm ready to give all of my time and money to this game. You are committed. There you go. Right? Yeah. I just say, you know what, 7? Again, we're all grown-ass adults. Do what we want. because it's Nexon, give it a beat, right? Wait a second. Look, I'm probably going to buy. I know I talked about this earlier, but chances are I will buy, a what's it called? There's no Founders Pack, but I'll buy the. Why am I drawing a blank right now? What's the thing called when we first start jumping to the game? The seasonal thing. I can't think of the term. This is when I'm tired, where I can't think of a basic term that I know is like at the tip of my tongue. If someone could do me a favor, I know 8 of you are going to chime in and chat within like the next 30 seconds because there's a delay. You're going to be like, this is what it's called. I know I'm going to buy that initial pack you can buy. But again, there's no Founders Pack. And everything else, Battle Pass. Thank you all. Ray, to the rescue again. Ray, you're just a healer in life. Get him, Ray. Get him. Yeah, the Battle Pass. I'm sure I'm going to buy the Battle Pass. We'll see what it costs. We'll see what you get. But, yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. All right. I'm going to start to wind down. I want to say once again, thank you all for your incredible, ridiculous support as well. I see the Wolf. You're saying you're looking forward to the Division Heartland as well. It's been canceled, axed. That game is dead. Sucks. I'm let down. I played multiple tests of that game, closed betas. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I'm really bummed out about that, But yeah, moving on. They put the axe to that game, so that is gone. So that sucks. Anyway, moving on, not on a depressing note. We're gonna finish up on a high note. Thank you all so very much for your incredible support. I appreciate all of you so very much. If you are new here, consider hitting that like or join button. If you want to help support the channel, just your being here. That's all I ask, right? I don't care. If you want to join, great. If you want to sub, great. Just showing up, it really, really means a lot. I don't even know what to say. We cracking over 200 viewers on a game I've just been covering for a week and a half. It's significant. And the fact that I never really live stream, it makes it that much more humbling to me. So I really appreciate it. I promise to continue to always keep you posted on what's going on. Fair and balanced assessment, good and the bad. I'm going to let you know exactly what's happening with me, what's happening in the community. And the support you've shown me has been incredible. We will always be toxic free here. We will always have discussions. And I just can't wait to, put it bluntly, bring you a ton of videos on this game. Builds, farming, how-to guides, all that stuff, things you want to focus on, setting, just everything. We're going to be covering everything. Thank you once again so much. I see everyone. I see you, Seven. Mercurial. What is going on? Thank you. Yes, Season Pass. Battle Pass, Season Pass. Right, same thing. I just couldn't think of the word. I couldn't think of the word Battle Pass. Like the season, that popped in my head, but Battle Pass just wasn't there. D, welcome to the family. YOLO Vibes, good to see you. Kai, always a pleasure. Carlos, Ray, thank you for sending me that message. Grant, I don't know when the next live stream is going to be. I may do one actually on Sunday at one point. So I might do one more before launch, and then I will do one launch day. I just don't know when. I'll be bringing you a video without a doubt launch day. There's going to be a lot. My schedule with work varies. Well, I'll get into this in the next live stream. I'll talk about a little bit behind the curtain with my work schedule, but my work schedule varies, so it's hard for me to commit to a specific time. But hopefully I'll be able to jump in for a few hours on Sunday, or even Monday the day before. Definitely Tuesday, launch day, you'll see me live for a little bit, plus videos. Thank you all so much. I hope all of you have a wonderful, safe Friday, or wherever you are in the world. If it's Saturday, hope you have a great day. Sunday, I don't know how it could be Sunday, because whatever, you're in like the future, but thank you all so much for the incredible privilege of your time. I sincerely appreciate all of you. I mention at the end of every one of these, and I say this for a reason, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.